gotta behave. Here we go.
on
We're starting stream. We have to behave. Everybody can hear us right now.
Never.
Right off the bat. What a way to start out the stream.
Dave, I'm sorry. You just sound like an exasperated parent.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly how he feels.
Yeah, see, like, this is how all of our D&D sessions feel, Winter, is because I'm literally the head of 5 angry teenagers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I was called, like, between my 30s and 40s. I'm in a good mood, so I'm like, okay, I'm good. So if you want to call me teenage, fine, I'm good.
Your stubbornness sometimes. I would want to reach to the microphone and just smack you upside your head. Yes.
Hi, Galaxy.
We've been friends for years.
Yeah,
my
you
dude.
sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, your audio's fine.
Check 1 2. Check the mics.
No, you sound good.
No, we would have said something if your audio was messed up by now.
And I
Okay,
adjust.
no worries.
I adjust each of you through Discord from here, and then whatever. So if you guys are too quiet, I'll bring you up. Sometimes if you're too loud, I'll bring you down. Winter is super loud. I gotta turn the way down. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you might have to turn me down.
No,
just to
you're
warn
fine.
you all. Yeah, I'm a little loud on
Galaxy, we're losing our minds, and the DM is going to well, our character suddenly got hit by asteroids or something.
Unfortunately, we died and we lost, so...
I mean, you don't need to give me ideas. I already have plans
No!
already put in place. Like,
I have plans.
if you have worries that you're somehow not going to suffer during this campaign, believe me, you have nothing to fear.
Hold on.
just made my worry
Just
and
being
my
here,
anxiety
Galaxy.
skyrocket.
You've been here
I'm
long enough.
already
You're at
suffering.
party.
Hold on. The way that we all died, Ash and Theo die of fucking smallpox. I die of an EMP blast, and Matrix just goes into a black hole.
Woohoo!
No, I want you to think about that. How did
Oddly
the Exos die
specific.
of? No, how did the Exos die of smallpox?
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. Wait, how did they
And
die?
how- And how did I die of an EMP blast? I'm a human.
Fuck.
Me too,
Don't
Galaxy.
think
I
about
did
it.
too.
Don't think about it too hard. Don't think
I
about it
liked
too
it, but
hard.
I can't say anything because
It
Winter
just
will kill me.
happens sometimes.
Yeah, don't think about it too much, because yeah, it don't make any sense at all.
It should just happen sometimes. That's all we need to worry about.
It does not make sense.
It does never make sense. Let me.
don't make
Where's my
sense.
screen? Wrong screen. That screen. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Serious faces. Let's all get it together, people.
Why are
Okay.
you showing your YouTube?
Because I'm selfish and narcissistic. You asshole.
It's called self-promotion.
You need some business.
Okay, you can come see all of us except for Visor, who plays Elias. Okay. Oh, subscribe. Okay, there we go. So that's his best. Oh, wait, that actually worked.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, finally. Sorry.
Hey, you know what?
Okay, no.
Don't question the alerts working. just
If it's
accept it.
working, yeah, I'm happy. So, if anybody catches
no.
this slide, oh Jesus, they're gonna do something. I'm just gonna keep
Look in your
talking.
chat. Look in your chat.
Advisor already redeemed ad
I-
time. You little shit.
I'm very tired. Dave's tired. Visor's, well, Visor. The
I'm
three of us are tired. Yeah, the three of us are really tired. We're just,
We're very caffeine fueled,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do it.
and when
Oh,
I get
I'm
tired,
not
I get a little
caffeine
weird.
fueled.
I get a little weird when I get really tired, or a lot
I'm
weird.
on my second cup of gamer subs right now.
Yeah.
Fucking that. Hold on. Did they change the UI for Steam, by the way?
Yes, they did.
Yes,
actually.
they did.
Yes.
I fucking hate it. It looks so
I am
stupid.
I saw someone talking about on Twitter how they just can't make purchases anymore.
I
Like,
haven't
the
experienced
updates
that.
fuck with Steam
but-
so hard for
Oh
them.
my
They
god.
can't buy things.
I haven't experienced
kinda
that.
like
Like
The things we
I've
talk
noticed
about.
like the changes to the interface, but like I haven't had any issue doing anything so far.
I just don't like the look of it.
I mean that's the thing. Everyone hates change when it first happens, and they just kind of force this on us. Just like, yeah, here you're gonna be doing this.
It's like the Discord name thing.
Okay.
The players of this channel are not speaking for the person hosting it. So, Steam, if you ever
We are talking for
Hey,
you.
we're entitled to our opinions,
know.
and we can speak about it freely if we want to.
I was gonna say, and plus, even
Yeah, it
if
wouldn't
Steam did fucking promote the stream, it's
they
actually
promote
good
anybody?
for us to provide fucking feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell them off. No, wait.
Oh no, it's less telling them off and be like, yeah, no, this isn't that good.
They've streamlined some stuff, but they've also like
Taking 2 steps back with
Yeah,
that.
isn't it fun when it gets
Yeah.
stuck in big screen mode? And then you have to hit like F12 or F11 or I think it's F11. Drops you back out of it.
I mean, because I do like some of the stuff
Sometimes
in the
escape
new
works.
Steam like layout.
I only
Like just
briefly
being
saw
able to
it
like go into
yesterday.
my library,
Or
and some of the stuff
Monday
with the
before.
store is okay, but
Just work with whatever.
At least they're not pulling a War Thunder.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
So, anybody who's catching our craziness now...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shut up. I will mute all
welcome.
of you to talk
you
over
must
you.
have been here a while to come back.
Yeah. So,
And thank
anybody...
you for that.
Oh my god. So, anybody who's catching this, you'll see the YouTube channel up. That's where you can find all our past episodes, everything. Some of the weird crap I do, too, which is a lot of Transformer box openings. And, yeah, a bunch of other stuff. But mostly our episodes are there. You can find them in the playlist. Go look them up.
You won't be disappointed.
Maybe a little.
We have years and years of shenanigans to
You
go
might be a
through, so-
little bit disappointed.
Yeah. Depends on who you're listening to. You'll
If
get
you're listening
disappointed.
to
every-
me, you're gonna be greatly disappointed.
It shifts around. Don't worry. We have fun with it. So we share the disappointment equally in some form.
We're all disappointments.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all disappointments to our own families.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this
We're-
going.
We are
Let's get this
together.
going.
All right. I'm switching over to this, and I am letting our DM take over now.
All right. So
Oh,
again, if
okay.
anyone is interested in checking out the books for this game, velvetfanggames.com/DNDestiny. It's available there for free. Go ahead and check them out. Give them some love and support them, because without them, this game just is not possible. So, with that said,
Oops.
on to our recap. So, our heroes did awake into the last city, and this was a last city that they were not entirely familiar with. It was much larger and had a lot more going on. Over time, the team had managed to purchase a bar through the son of an old associate, Malachi Black, and have now set up shop and are residing within the last city, kind of under avoiding the watchful eye of the Vanguard at the moment, even though what's happening in the world around them right now is actually quite jovial. Everyone is quite happy. So when we last left everyone was getting settled in. Theo had purchased a forge and was working on getting everyone's weapons and armor cleaned up and make it battle ready. Uros, I'm forgetting. You did something last episode.
think
refresh my memory.
started working on the still.
The still, that's what it was. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot.
So yeah, you were starting to assemble the still, so you could start producing your bar's own alcohol. So about a week has passed since you guys last played. Oh, I'm going to explain what's happened over time. So, did you
I
have a
was
question?
gonna say, did you forget that I went to Venus?
Oh, right. I did actually forget. Refresh my
Because I
memory on
went by
that.
myself.
Yeah. So, what were
I
you
went
going
to
there for
Venus
again?
to go retrieve all of our ships that were left there.
Okay. So you were able to find the ships and you were able to bring them back. However, their sublight drives are all relatively aged and do need some upkeep, so they're not able to really go out past the asteroid belt at the moment. But you are able to get them. So I'm just saying at the moment because, like I said, a week has passed since this has happened, so I'm going to explain what's going to happen going forward.
Well, no, I was gonna say like I would have probably done maintenance while I was out there, so it would have probably taken me a day or two to get back.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine. Like you did enough maintenance to get them back to Earth, so you can actually do the proper maintenance on the sublight drives to get them working again. So that will be what you will have done over the course of the week. So before I go further, all of the bar owners will each gain 3,000 glimmer each for the week.
Yay!
Yeah.
I have like
Oh,
any
sweet!
money
I'm not
now.
broke anymore.
Yep.
I have zero glimmer.
Yeah.
I'm at 4K.
Like I said, you guys are gonna be getting passive income through your bar going forward. So this is your weekly stipend that you've gained.
Billionaire grind set right now.
And soon I'll have the smith going. We can sell weapons.
Yes. Fuck, like stopping the darkness and all that. We're just gonna become businessmen.
Solving
we're
the world's
friends, but-
problems with money.
and alcohol.
Run our own
Exactly.
business.
And so at the moment, you guys have all had time to update your fashion and update your armor. So now you do blend in with all the remaining guardians and citizens of the last city. So if you do go out into the last city, you're not going to feel like everyone's staring at you for your armor. You'll feel like you blend right in and no one's really going to pay you much mind. All of your weapons have been cleaned and are now all serviceable, so all of your equipment is now combat ready again. And at the moment, we're actually going to open the episode with our new character. Winter, would you go ahead and kind of introduce your character?
Gosh. My character's name is Diabla7. She is a solar titan who's been kind of wandering around for the last while. And she has found herself in the last city after having a brief time with a weaponsmith. So she's been, excuse me, lately in the last city, she's mostly been working in weaponsmithing shops and then discovering this crucible and fighting in the crucible there. Then eventually, due to her gaining reputation in the crucible, she has gained some business and has also started up a weaponsmithing business for herself, mostly keeping quiet, but she does go out from time to time with her buddies from the crucible and stuff like that. But yeah, she's mostly quiet and reserved, though if once you get to know her, she can be pretty sweet, even though she's got quite the temper. Quite the temper. Especially if you piss her off. As some of her former bosses have quickly found that out. And yeah, that is Diabla.
So over the last week, you've been competing in the recent summer tournament in the Crucible, and you have reached the finals. So you and right now are waking up in your apartment. It's actually a little bit before sunrise. There's an orange tint coming through your window as the sun is slowly creeping up over the mountains, but hasn't quite crossed that threshold yet. And Polaris is kind of hovering around, just kind of waiting for you to wake up, and looks over to you, and looks over and sees that you're awake, and floats over to you. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Polaris. Diablo sits up and kind of rubs at her eyes a little bit. What time is it?
It is 5:30 in the morning.
Remind. Oh, wait.
We got a message from Colby. He says that today is gonna be the promo day for the tournament, since we reached the finals. So, we need to go down there for the presser.
Fuck.
I know you don't like these things, but you know they pay us extra glimmer to, kind of put on the show for the crowd, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I haven't even practiced my routine the past couple of days. Fuck. Oh well.
Well, I don't think you'd have to worry too much about it because it sounds like Joe's gonna kind of take the lead.
Yeah. Yeah. Might as well show face. Diabla gets up and starts grabbing her armor to start putting it on to get prepped to go to the meetup area. By the way,
So
Polaris,
as she's getting ready, Polaris just mentioned. Colby mentioned it's going to be a couple hours before the arena is going to be ready, and plus they're waiting for the crowd to kind of gather. So we have time to go get breakfast.
yeah, sure. Let's go get some breakfast.
All right, so you gather up all your equipment, so you have everything on hand, and you will head out of your apartment. And with that, we're going to start moving over to the rest of our team. Who's waking up first, gentlemen?
I'll be
Make it a
pawning.
roll of the dice.
A roll of... Has there
All
count
right.
between the exos?
No, it's just a roll of the dice.
Ash will wake up first. Fuck you and your roll of the dice.
No, fuck you. Roll the dice.
Fine. I'll scroll.
I got
Why is
16.
it at the top? 15.
See, I woke up before you. Oh.
Fuck. My plans have been ruined.
So,
Wait.
Elias is still looking like he's waking up first before everyone.
What about Kitsune? Or is he just not with us?
He's
Singe
fucking
is
dead.
We've killed him.
Is he still just like MIA basically
He's
for the group?
just He got kidnapped by the Vex.
Again.
he kind of he kind of wandered off to do his own thing.
Jesus.
I don't know.
He's just chilling
We'll
in
cross
the
that bridge when
Black
it comes to
Garden.
it. But either way, Elias, you are waking up first.
I
Go ahead.
probably have an alarm set, and I just wake up even before the ghost paradox.
I mean, Paradox really would be your alarm unless you've purchased a separate alarm clock.
I probably found one in the bar somewhere.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
you do have your alarm clock starting to go off, and Paradox kind of wakes up to the alarm clock at the same time. So both of you are waking up at the same time.
Before he can move anywhere, I just put him into a bag.
What are you doing?
You don't have to go anywhere. We're just going and working in the bar for a little bit. So go back to
why
sleep.
I'm in the bag?
Yeah,
Why?
because
excuse. That's not a reason.
It is a reason to me. Nah, open it.
Okay.
Let
What was that for?
him out. Because you're usually fucking bonking me on the head, so I'll get the trappy in a bag this time since I woke up before you.
I have to bonk you on the head because you don't wake up any other way.
Good.
I'm surprised this. He looks at the alarm clock. This thing woke you up in the first place. I have to like literally scream in your ear, and that doesn't do anything for you.
All right, but is there anything that you can think of that's on our plate today?
Well, everything with the bar seems to be running smoothly so far. Eros has got this still at least up and running, but it's still gonna take some time to produce anything. Let's see. Tournament for the finals. There's a big event happening in the city today with the Crucible. As far as that, I mean, unless you had anything specific, I don't see anything in mind.
The event for the Crucible sounds interesting.
Well, it's different than, I guess, the Crucible that we kind of remember. See,
Oh,
like they're holding the, I guess what's called some sort of like a press event. The finalists are all gonna kind of get together and I guess kind of, I don't know, talk amongst each other before. I'm not quite understanding it myself, but there's a huge crowd that's gonna be drawn to it, so it might be worth checking out.
yeah. I mean, we can definitely check it out. Ain't gonna be that much of an issue.
I mean, we don't have anything really pressing at the moment, unless there was something you want to do.
No, not that I can think of.
Well, we got kind of a leisure day then.
Yeah. I guess I
Well,
just finished getting ready.
All right, so yeah, you'll finish getting ready, and then we will move to Ash.
Lovely.
Wake up.
Okay, so Ash basically spent most of the night fashioning a little like I don't know how to describe it. She spent all night fashioning like a little. I'm trying to think of what it. It's not a charm. It's something else.
A talisman?
Basically, yeah, out of the ogre chitin. So
Oh.
she can attach that to her armor.
All right, well, I guess describe how the talisman looks. Like,
Okay,
is it in the form
so-
of certain shapes, or yeah, describe it.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to think. So it's kind of like a. It's sort of like a, I guess like a vial. Not like, so it's so it's like a three-sided like pyramid, and then a little lid for it, and it hangs from like it hangs from a sort of chain, and the intention for her is to put that onto her like belt and have it hang there for purposes.
All right, so is it like hanging from your belt then?
Yeah, like on her hip. It would be hanging like,
Okay.
on her.
All right, so yeah, you have fashioned this charm out of the chitin. I won't have you roll for it because you have already had knowledge of how to work with the chitin. So yeah. Now my question is that chitin. What was the source of the chitin? Was that a high
It was
knight
the
or was it something
it was an
else?
ogre. It was the ogre chitin she
It was
had
the
from like
ogre. Okay.
a while ago.
Okay.
Was it one of the two that me and Theo just murdered?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
She
Where
like
we
ripped
got- where
pieces
more or less-
off.
Where we
After
double
that fight,
tapped it
she
with
like
the
ripped
barret.
pieces off. Yeah, she
Yeah.
ripped pieces
Yeah.
off and like put it into her bag, like rushed.
Yeah,
I mean, at
where
least you got a few
you guys like you murdered this poor ogre. The damn thing didn't get a chance to even get out of the room.
Yeah, we
No, it
murdered
didn't even get
with
a
Not
chance
care.
only
to
that,
enter the room.
not only did it get a chance to fight, it then immediately got its like bones ripped off. It no longer has bones.
Yeah, see, this is why I've had to increase certain things about enemies with you guys.
I mean, that's also why I got rid of the bear.
Because we disrespect them so hard.
I mean, hey,
Alright.
at least we can't double tap it with Barrett anymore since now we're down one.
Yep. So Ash, Dragonfly is kind of floating around you, just kind of over your shoulder, just kind of looking at your work. So what does the charm do exactly?
That is a good question. It's empty right now. My intention is to try and find some form of magic to seal inside for a tight spot. Hopefully we'll be able to go to the moon or maybe even interact with some of the Taken I've been reading about. See if I can find something to put in here.
I mean, it does sound like a fascinating theory. I mean, it would be interesting to see if we can put it to practice. Just, I'm not exactly sure what kind of a spell we could hold with this, though. I can't imagine it being anything, like, overly powerful just given the size, but...
Well, this is more a proof of concept than anything. If putting some form of magic in here is dangerous, I'd rather it not blow up the last city.
True, but it could help us sort of explain some of the source of the hive's power.
That's the idea.
Well, it's always worth an experiment. I'm for it.
Hopefully we get something from this. I don't want to have spent all night working on this for it to fall apart the second I get something inside of it.
Well, I mean, it looks sturdy enough on the outside. You did a pretty good job shaving it down.
And ogres are strong. Let's hope that translates to their chitin.
Somehow gets Crota's soul into it.
Just rig his soul out. Shove it inside the thing.
Well, with that done, I guess, what are we gonna do today?
Well, are there any events? I feel like we should probably learn more about the time we've hopped into beyond just general events. Is there any like celebrations or anything going on?
Well, I mean, over the last couple of weeks, it's kind of been a relatively big celebration in the city. From what I've been hearing on at least the radio part is that there's a big event going to be happening with the Crucible here later today. Something involving the finalists in the summer tournament. They're all, I guess, meeting up with people in the last city. And it's going to be some event for the citizens, so might be worth checking out.
Agreed. We should probably ask the others about this, see if we can get a bit of a group going for this.
Yeah, we could at least see if everyone wants to go.
I'd say
I'm pretty
right
sure
about
all
that
the-
time he just gets a text and saying the same thing that I
Just
was
like,
looking
hey,
at.
there's a celebration, you guys want to go?
Yeah, basically.
It's like,
There's a
damn,
big party, guys. Want to go?
how does he know?
All right. So with that, Eros, you are waking up next.
Okay.
Poke. DB's poking at you.
No, I'm
Hey,
poking him.
hey,
Hey, you wake up.
Hey. I've been awake.
Poking back.
Poke.
Then I grab him. It's like, hi, DB. Morning.
Morning. Hey.
Fall back to sleep. Instantly fall back to sleep.
He bonks you on your forehead.
I'm awake. Okay. I'm awake.
Hey. What are we doing today?
Well, let's see. What did we accomplish? I mean, we almost blew up the still the other night, you know.
Well, hey, listen. Um, I'm not exactly the one to ask about building that sort of stuff, so maybe you should have consulted an expert. And secondly, um, I mean, your armor is done, so
Oh,
you've
let's
at
go
least
get the armor.
accomplished that.
Woo! I'm going to put that on.
Oh, we've already received it.
Oh, sweet.
Um,
I'm going to get up
yeah.
and start
So
putting it on.
in your room, there you have a box. Like it's a fair sized box, but it does contain your updated armor.
I immediately put it on. DB, look at this. This is sweet. Theo did a great job.
He did, and he picked out a really good style for you too. I think it really works well.
Sitting there checking myself out. Dude, maybe we should update you a little more too. Maybe get you some more armor or something.
I think that might be a little hard. This frame is already heavy enough as it is. I can't exactly move the fastest. If I
Yes.
had more, I might be more akin to a brick than a ghost.
And I grab hold of him and I go, or a baseball.
Just throw
What's a baseball?
This, and I go to start flinging him. Just kidding. I'm not going to throw you. Only in times of need. And I let go of him.
So, I've just been hearing on the radio all this buzz about some event happening in the city. It sounds like everyone's going to be going. Do you want to go with?
Fine. Why not? Well, we got this new armor. We should be able to look around without people kind of staring at us constantly.
Yeah, I mean, with this, we should definitely blend in, so we're not gonna stand out, wearing 100-year-old armor. Well, at least look like we belong.
Yes, I agree. But why don't we see about going and joining the others and show off some of this new armor? Let's go check out their armor too. They should have theirs done.
Yep. Alright, and lastly, Theo.
I
Big
don't
man.
wanna-
I grab DB and throw him at Theo to
Nova
wake him up.
is nudging your cheek. Come on. Come on.
5 more minutes.
You don't need 5 more minutes. It's time to get up.
Mm.
He's just like lightly pushing against your cheek just over and over again, just trying to.
I've had a rough week. I don't want to.
Don't make me swing harder.
Won't do much.
You see him, or rather, I guess you don't see him because you're still not waking up. You feel him just kind of like release off your cheek. Would a 16 hit you?
No.
No, you're prone. It would automatically be a crit.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
You know what? It would. So, yeah, Nova takes a speedy little bong into your cheek.
Don't shoot armor, you die.
What?
What? I didn't touch your armor.
Sorry. Like, was it a dream?
You were dreaming?
I don't know.
That
More of just echoing thoughts, I guess.
okay. It's maybe a little concerning. Everyone's kind of getting up now. We should really go join the others. And besides, you need a break from the forge.
I have been working myself to the bone. Well,
EXO, I guess.
You have been at that thing all week. You need a break. We're going to hang out with the others in the city today.
Well, if anything, I finally get to try out the new outfits that I made.
Well, I mean, you could finally get to wear yours. I mean, everyone got theirs, and because everyone's been kind of moving about, so we made sure to get theirs done first. But now you can finally wear yours, and he kind of gives you a playful nudge again.
Yeah. I'm hoping it does fit.
Well, I
put
would
on
Still
some
trying to
certainly
get
hope it
used to the
does.
fashion.
You don't grow. I mean, it certainly should fit. You don't grow into or out of anything.
He's put on some pounds of being in the forge somehow. It's all that metal dust.
Well,
You
there
somehow
is.
gained 20 kilogram.
Well, yes, I know that, but I mean more of it if it doesn't stand out. I'm still trying to get used to this era's fashion.
Well, I mean, we borrowed the styles from a lot of the modern catalogs, so we should be okay. Unless your color scheme is really awful, which I know we didn't do. So we should be okay.
I was hoping.
I mean, I've seen some Titans out there with, oh my god, like pastel colors. Ugh.
Pastel?
It's like a lighter, brighter kind of color.
That doesn't seem fitting for a warrior.
Exactly. But yet, I've literally seen a Titan look like a pastel egg.
Is this era soft?
Soft isn't quite the term I would use to describe it.
Real quick, is Theo a boomer?
You
He
do
is pretty
realize
old.
Theo
Theo's a
11.
boomer.
No, I would just want you to think about it from that
These
statement.
damn kids.
These kids are too soft.
Their colors aren't dark enough.
Sorry, I had to point that
Not
out.
enough edge.
I mean,
Continue,
if
sorry.
you know what I've been through, I have a lot of fucking edge.
But continue, sorry.
So, I mean, given our color scheme, I think we should be okay. We're not standing out like a crayon.
Yeah. Let's just hope we can make the connections we used to have.
About that. I've been trying to look into some of our old acquaintances back in the other time, but I haven't really found too terribly much, but I may have found something on Amelia.
No?
It's just a report. Um but it sounds like she was here at one point in the last city, but might have been a long time ago. But she came here to study in exo biology. Is that the mech mech mech? I don't, what would you call someone who knows exo framework?
Uh,
I just
botanist?
sure. I mean, I don't know the term exactly for it, but
I just made it up.
well, let's just go with that, because we both understand what it means. Um, she might have been here to study at one point, but I haven't really found too terribly much. She was here some years ago. She was listed as one of the students at the university here. I'm still looking more into it, but if I find anything else, more, I'll definitely tell you.
Alright. It would definitely be interesting to know what path she took.
Well, it sort of sounds like she may have somehow went down that same path of studying exos. Even though what happened in Stonehorn didn't happen, she still somehow found herself gravitated to the study.
Maybe she always had an interest.
Maybe. I'll keep looking into it further, see if I can maybe figure out where she is. She might even still be alive, to be quite honest.
Considering it's been over 100 years, I kind of doubt it. Sadly.
Don't forget that human lives
Human
have
lifespan.
tripled.
Yep.
Yep.
Human lifespan's triple because of the Traveler.
So she would
Oh.
probably look like Amanda Holiday type age.
Ah.
I mean, she'd be older now, because, like, she was...
Well, no, Amanda was like 130.
She was old, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
we met Amelia, she was literally in her teens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 15,
Yeah, so
16, yeah.
she would be like Amanda Holiday's age right now. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because people forget that in one of the early cutscenes of Destiny 2, the blonde young girl that's standing next to Zavala when they have like the ceremony or whatever, yeah, that's Amanda.
Yeah, I kind of forget that. That's something I kind of forget. Always.
So yeah.
In the meantime, though, let's go get your armor on. Let's go get some food, maybe, and let's go meet up with the others.
Alright.
All right. So, sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna move on, but if you had something
Yeah.
else.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, everyone will eventually gather up at the bar. Barton is kind of sitting up behind the bar. He's kind of reading a newspaper. Just kind of sitting there sipping on a cup of coffee. And the bar is closed at the moment, so there's no patrons inside.
Sipping on some gin and juice.
It's morning. He's if anything, he's having an Irish coffee. But no, he's just sipping on a coffee, just kind of reading through the local news, seeing you all come up from downstairs. Morning.
Morning.
Coffee's on if anyone wants it.
I could definitely use it.
Do you need caffeine? He looks at you curiously.
Probably not, but it still keeps my mind in check.
Habit.
Placebo. Getcha. So, everything's going all right with the bar as far as current business, but did you guys have to ever decide on what you want to do to kind of spruce the place up?
The issue is that it's more like if we change the style of it, will it affect the people that are coming here and risk not getting any new customers, or just stick with an old style is dependent.
Well, that's just part of the risk of business. Whenever
Yeah.
you do a remodel of any kind of a structure, you're trying to attract a certain crowd. You can keep it as it is now and maybe continue the same number of patrons you have. And it's always a gamble. You could inspire more people to come here. You might find people hate it and less people come here. It's always an inherent risk with the business.
We could always put it to a vote of the usuals that come in here.
If you want to do it that way, I'm not opposed to it. You can kind of have them fill out little survey cards and
Yeah, like
Ask-
what would they like to see done in the bar?
fish for ideas.
Yeah. Let's go with that and give it a week.
All
It
right.
is always good to get the public's opinion.
'Cause
I'll
it
I'll get
wouldn't
together
be
some cards.
it wouldn't be the best idea to piss off the people that are already here.
Well, now you're thinking a little more business savvy. In the meantime, everyone seems to be talking about this event happening in town or in the city today. Frankly,
Yeah.
I'm not much for these Crucible tournament types. I'd rather just stay back here running the bar anyway. But you guys should go out there and have some fun. You guys look like you could use some vacation time already. I've only been here a week and you guys are looking more tired than anything else.
I need a
mean-
vacation for my vacation.
Well, go enjoy the city today then. There's a lot happening and
Side note, you said his name is Barton, right?
yes.
Also, Barton, I kind of made a deal with, I can't remember the fucking Philly cheesesteaks guy's name.
Carl.
Carl, that when we remodel, that if we buy stuff from him, he'll send traffic our way.
Yeah, we can make a mutual partnership like that.
Yeah.
I used to do that with some of the other guys in the past, but it only really worked for a season.
I mean, branch out and get different foods being served here and everything, and hell, you never know. You might open up another shop in the future.
Uh, that's
Up
an
to him.
interesting prospect, but yeah, I'll work on that as well. So we'll get some survey cards up for questions about the bar. We'll have
Also,
the
for the survey cards, make sure to add something, a section of things they would not like to see.
Gotcha. All right, so and he pulls out a little pen and pad and he's starting to write some of this stuff down on notes. All right, so survey cards, what they do and do not want. Discount cards for Carl's sub shop. Yeah. Oh, he looks to you, Eros. That little matter with the still the other night.
Duh.
Was able to at least get it fixed. I really sort of wish you would have came to me first about that before you tried to assemble it.
Well,
But-
I wanted to try it, but yes, I know.
Fair, but the equipment can be delicate, and you did sort of slam some stuff in where it really shouldn't have been.
At least I tried.
I give you points for that.
But yes, I will
Uh,
ask you, and I might need to ask you for some help though.
That's fine. I am at least somewhat aware how to work a still, but even if not, I know people who can at least help teach. So
Well, that would be
we'll
cool.
we'll get back to your still issue there in a little bit, but
Yes, not right now.
you
We'll-
did sort of nearly blow up the bar.
Oh, only blow it up? Is there insurance on the place?
Did you pay for insurance?
I just looked out in the bar at the rest of them. Do we have insurance?
I was also
Sorry.
gonna say, how do you insure what's under the bar?
And I'm pretty sure most of our money went to just buying this place. Forget alone trying to get insurance.
Okay, reminder, I will not blow up the bar.
Yeah, it's kind of a source of income.
Yeah.
And our current living place.
Eh.
I will see about trying to get some building insurance, but it's only going to cover so much. So if you do actually blow up the bar, I can't guarantee full value.
How about
But-
this? I will wait until I get help from you or somebody else to work on it. I will not do any more until then.
I think
Okay.
on that we can both agree.
Okay, good. I like that. Yes.
But your ideas of drinks though, interesting. We'll get back to that a little later though.
They're only experimental. We'll just see.
Yeah.
Moonshine.
Oh my
In the meantime,
blind.
I pretty much am just gonna keep running things here. What are you guys planning on doing?
Going to whatever crucible thing this is.
I was gonna mention that.
That city event. Yeah. I mean, I guess you guys probably don't really know. They do these little events for the citizens to kind of hype up the Crucible events a little more than I guess they might have been when you were around. It's just a lot of fluff and a lot of talk just to kind of hype up the event and get people to gamble and spend some of their glimmer.
Sounds about right.
You guys will have fun. Maybe you guys. And the actual tournament is tomorrow, but today is the presser event, and there's also the summer festival surrounding it, so you guys can go partake in the food and everything else.
Oh, that'll be nice. Is there anything we should look out for, like, the do's and don'ts of certain things?
Well, and he's kind of looks to you up and down, noticing the new armor. I think you'll blend in just fine with your new look. Do's and don'ts. Do try to visit as many of the food shops as you can. They, especially during the summer festival, they're able to get some of these exquisite vegetables and fruits. You must try them. As far as don'ts,
Don't piss off anybody that looks like a guardian.
well, you'd be hard pressed to find someone to do that, but I mean, if you did, well, then you're gonna get what you deserve.
I just look at Eros.
Just looking back, going, grin on in my face. Going,
His eyes are darting back and forth between you two. Right. Yeah. Just don't do anything reckless. Let's just leave it at that.
Like, you've heard the stories of us working for your father. You should know how stupid we are by now.
Vaguely. He's just, eyes just kind of darting back and forth between you two again. I know you two worked with him in the past, but I'm not the most familiar with your backgrounds.
I like explosives.
He collapsed an entire building.
Yeah, he
I
did.
collapsed
Building.
multiple buildings.
Yes,
Multiple
yeah.
buildings.
yes, he has. Yes, I can verify that.
You know what a Vex Hydra is?
Yes.
I used 2 things at C4 and collapsed a building on it. Basically turned it into a Vex pancake.
It was so pretty.
Sorry, Discord just kind of cut out on me for a second. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I said I basically turned it into a Vex pancake.
Huh.
1 C4 above
Duly
and
noted.
1 C4 below.
It was pretty.
So we're absolutely keeping explosives away from you. As
And
he
I just pull
points
out a
at you.
wad of C4.
You don't need to. He's coming with some.
Explosives come standard.
Yeah, don't ask him how much he already has, okay?
Don't worry, I don't plan on blowing up the bar.
No, that's my job.
Yeah, somehow.
I'm the one blowing up the bar. Whoops. I didn't do it.
we're already dealing with fire hazards with the still downstairs. Please, please, please don't store explosives here.
I am the explosive.
Yeah, he has it on him. The still, I won't work on it. I've shut it down for now. I'll wait until you're ready, okay? I'm not planning on blowing this place up. We do need it.
The still, like I said, we've got that fixed. It's fine
Yeah.
now, but yeah,
I'll-
C4 is still C4.
But don't
I
worry.
There's a
pull out a
difference.
lighter. I pull out a lighter and hold it under the C4. C4 only detonates with explosive charge. You could sit here and burn this thing.
He
in fire.
just like his brow just like drops, just like I get that. That is not. I know you know how to handle explosives. It's the fact that you know how to handle explosives that worries me.
Oh, good. Then you know not to piss me off.
He just rolls his eyes. And he just kind of walks back over to the newspaper and his coffee. He just takes a sip. Well, there's going to be a few hours before I've got anything to really do at the moment, so you guys can kind of do whatever you want to do.
That was the plan. I just go behind the bar and get a glass of water.
Yep, so do you guys get breakfast?
Yeah.
Sure.
I heard there was good food at this event, so I might go do that.
Actually, wait. If there's food at the event, I'm not gonna eat that.
Yeah,
I want to
okay.
try out some of these foods he's talking about.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I just asked if you wanted breakfast. I didn't say you had to eat there.
No,
I'm going to get breakfast. I'm going
Alright.
to eat.
Save your stomachs for when we get to the event.
Nom, 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 nom.
We just eat the entire thing.
Come along. We'll take some of that.
Alright.
Take some of that. Take some of that. Take some of that. What?
So you guys will all take off, going down the streets, and as you're already kind of leaving your bar, you're already seeing some of the decoratives and the festivities from the summer event. You see like a lot of flowers and a lot of like summer like items that you would normally see around that time of year.
It looks like the Guardian Games era.
Kind of,
God.
yeah. Yeah, kind of Guardian Games,
Guardian-
except it's not Guardian Games.
Hey, Guardian Games, but it isn't.
It is and it isn't. Yes.
Lovely.
So you guys will proceed down into the market district, which is about a couple blocks away from your bar. And as you guys walk down the street, it's a little more later in the morning now. It's probably around 8 or 9 in the morning. And you're starting to see some of these shops set up. They're getting ready for their lunches. There are some shops a little further down the way that are serving breakfast. They're serving little pancakes. These little pancakes that you can get in a cone, kind of. You do see other various places that are selling little breakfast bowls that have like eggs and sausage and cheese and various little breakfast menu items. As you see other shops just setting up and getting ready for the day. There's a number of citizens. They're just kind of wandering about. Some of them were with their kids. They're like you. They're just kind of walking about, looking at the various. Yes, walking about the different items, and you will see. Actually, as we're kind of doing this, as you guys are walking along, I'd like for you to make a perception check.
All of us?
Yes.
Alright, who's been drinking? Who's got
Does
disadvantage?
that include
14.
me, Dave?
No,
or-
not yet. You are
Okay.
not there yet.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's okay.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Nice.
I'm really hungry, so I'm looking out for good food.
Elias knows.
After
Okay.
having fucking Carl's fucking Philly cheesesteak, I am on the lookout.
Fucking Ash is just like
Wait, Mercer, why is
staring
the
at her
perception roll
like
up?
is just staring at the vial she created, just like
That's a weird one.
the craftsmanship.
So I will go ahead and
Hold on.
say
Real
you
quick, why is
almost.
Mercer's perception roll different from ours?
Because I don't have a. Wait, why is mine's
I
different? Because
don't.
I have a setting that lets me have it so I can do like advantage, disadvantage, or normal.
I just have it
Okay.
automatically do advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something you have to actually change within your setting.
It's not
Okay.
too
fair
big
enough.
a deal.
Gotcha. All right. So actually, everyone is going to see this because everyone rolled fairly high. So you guys are looking down these various different little vendors and shops, but you see something actually very unusual. Among all the different color palettes and everything that's kind of surrounding here, something really stands out because you see these gray strips of tape. And you happen to see this little dark jeweled ghost duct taped to a wall.
Oh no.
And you see him kind of wiggling like in the duct tape.
Can we
At
help
this
him out?
point, I'm going to bring in our second guest today. Baha, would you like to describe your ghost?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably, maybe. Who knows?
We
see.
just leave it there.
That's the end.
The ghost is referred to as Raven. His motivations and reputation is for you to discover.
What does he look like?
He black ghost with gold and gems on him, cause he liked the shiny.
I already want to throw this ghost.
So you just see this ghost kind of duct taped to the wall, and you see him kind of wiggling there. What do you guys do?
I want to go up
Am I
and
still asleep?
is there anybody around him?
No. He's just duct taped to a wall.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to him and ask him, why are you taped to the wall?
I'm searching through my pack if I have more tape.
Damn it.
I am unsure why I'm duct taped to the wall this time.
This time.
This time?
Okay, I'm not.
What?
I'm not still sleeping.
No, we're not sleeping. That is an actual ghost duct taped to a wall.
Would you like
Can we help him, please?
would you like to be
No, we gotta figure out why he's duct taped to the
But
wall.
why are you duct taped to the wall? Who taped you and why?
I didn't quite get a good look. That happens quite regularly. I stopped trying to figure out who does it to me.
Well,
Make a deception check.
Why are they taping you to the wall?
oh my
You want me to
god!
roll D20?
Roll me a d20 if you could. I want to actually
Oh.
see if you can roll the dice roller. Okay, cool, you can.
This
Yeah.
old bastard.
15. Yep. So everyone, roll perception or investigation,
It would be insight.
or yeah, I guess insight. I'm sorry.
You want me to do insight? I can go where is it?
Perception
Oh,
or
come
insight, whichever
on!
you want.
Oh, I already did
then
it.
I got a
I'll
plus
do-
7 and I had a 9.
I'll leave it perception. It's already there, so
That's okay.
22.
I'll allow it.
I'm still
I just
questioning
look-
if this is even a fucking dream or not.
I'm just looking at
Yeah,
Elias.
Theo, like
Weird.
you're looking at this like half asleep. You're just like, this is a fever dream. What?
Am I
I
still
don't know what's
simulating a
happening.
dream?
Uros and Elias, your bullshit meter is going off.
Yeah.
Um,
I just go, we can just leave you there and not help you. Either tell the truth or
The crypt duct taped me to the wall again.
the crypt dart.
Again,
Hold on, you said the crypt art?
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the again.
why did he? Why did?
Well, why
Why?
did they?
Why did they do? Yeah, there we go. Why
Why
did
did
they?
he do
Sorry.
to you?
Why did they do this again to you?
I don't think they appreciate me trying to learn how to do engrams.
Don't
Oh
you
my
have
God,
a guardian
This
to be
this
like?
Where
I don't have a
is your
guardian.
guardian?
I
Oh,
don't know.
that's disheartening. But why do I feel like this ghost is an idiot?
Singe may have finally been dethroned as biggest idiot.
well, no, because he's a ghost and Singe is a guardian. So
They're a
That doesn't
match made in
mean that the
heaven.
ghost
We
can't be
found
stupid.
we found the ghost that was meant for Singe.
Yeah,
So
you
if
know what that means.
Elias, help me here. I'm trying to think of the question, and I'm like, I don't get it. Why is he?
Okay.
Oh my God!
So, first question: why are you covered in jewels? Why do you look like somebody bedazzled a pair of jeans?
Why did they bedazzle?
Yes,
the
there we
ghost?
go. That's the question.
What
Oh,
kind of guardian bedazzles a ghost?
I did this
Who
to
made
myself.
you like this?
You did this to yourself. That is far more concerning
Yeah.
than any other answer.
Oh
Do-
my God!
do you like have a guardian around here or something that you're
he
supposed to
doesn't
be?
have one.
No.
Oh my God!
I'm confused too. Don't worry, Rose. I'm confused too.
And why would I want a guardian?
I don't know. I think that's
Wow.
the thing. Like that's the whole deal with ghosts, isn't it?
To give a new one a light to help the traveler.
Yeah, I've never understood why my brothers and sisters go searching.
Or you're hoping your guardian just comes to you.
If I find my guardian, I find my guardian. If I don't, I don't. Who gives a crap?
I
Isn't-
can't help but respect that.
but
I can't help but respect that, honestly.
at the same time, isn't guardians are normally dead first and revived by their ghosts?
That is also a good point. You're not gonna find your guardian by just sitting around doing nothing.
It says I sit around do nothing.
I
Well,
mean, your current
do
situation
you
speaks
go look-
otherwise.
Do you go looking for your ghost?
He is.
Or not ghost, sorry, guardian. I'm fucking stupid.
That's okay.
Do you not go looking for your guardian? Like,
No, I don't go looking for my guardian. If I find my
Then how
guardian,
are
I
you
find my guardian.
expecting-
If I don't, I don't.
you confuse me so much.
Hold on. What is your ghost name again?
Raven.
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 Okay.
I
Part of
am
me is
doing. I am doing what I do best.
What? You make chaos reach the ghost?
No. I'm not gonna chaos reach the ghost.
That would've been
No,
hilarious
hand
if
me
you
the
did.
C4.
No. It's
You did.
it's not. It's not that. I'm about to kill everybody in here, like in the VC.
Oh
Oh,
no!
God.
Destiny chat.
Pfizer, what are you doing?
Oh no!
Y'all are about to see.
Oh
Oh,
no!
You will see. You will see in
Pfizer.
due
You'll
time.
see.
You see? You see?
Look in fire team chat.
Oh,
That's what you-
no.
Oh no.
No.
Not at all inaccurate.
So we're just
Oh my
we're just
God.
trying to hang.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's great.
I may not search for my guardian, but I do search for shinies.
But
Well,
if you had your guardian, wouldn't you be able to get more shinies easily?
They could specifically search for them. They could get more of them. They could requisition
Why
them
would
somehow.
I want an anchor when I'm free?
I guess that's one way to look at it.
okay, my
You confuse me
understanding.
so much.
Okay, just to be clear, guys, I still being all new to this. We can only have one ghost, right? Just to be
Yes.
okay. Just to be clear. Good. So, if we were get you out of this, you can help us, right? You know,
I
maybe
don't
you
like
can
the
get
first part
us.
of that plan.
It depends on what type of help you want.
Well, you said you get shinies. What are we talking about here?
Well, if you get me down, I can show you some of my shinies.
I look at the back of the team.
Don't
Well,
trust that. No. Someone has duct taped this ghost to this wall before, which does not bode well for us if
Wait.
we decide to
He likes my
untape it
shiny
from the
collection.
wall.
Raven,
I-
how did you get out the last time?
I just moved.
So
I'm not
you.
actually stuck here. I'm just chilling.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then do it.
Get out the do it.
Elias, you got some tape? Give me
Tape
some
him
more tape.
Properly affix him to the wall.
I just walk over to Ash and just tap on Thorn and go, you can always threaten it.
Ash just slowly unholsters Thor.
Okay, no,
I slowly
not-
reach over,
wait,
put
wait,
my...
wait, wait, wait,
We're
wait,
not
wait,
gonna-
wait.
Off the wall, Dave.
As
Oh my
as
God.
peacekeeper, I have
No,
to
you're
stop
not
this.
Peacekeeper. We need to figure out why this ghost is duct taped to a fucking wall.
Literally, yeah.
It's a fucking ghost.
All
Yeah,
right.
that
Taped to the
bedazzled
wall.
itself.
Does that not make? Does that not?
How
like,
does that make it a
pique your curiosity
crime?
at all?
I don't know. He
It
was...
isn't- It is a crime to bedazzle yourself.
We're
Hey.
trying.
So that's for the
I'm
fashion
just-
police, not
I'm
us.
just
Hey.
We are the
threatening
fashion
him.
police.
We're just gonna threaten him. We're not gonna kill
Oh my
him,
God.
probably.
Okay,
Wait.
guys, hey, we got this. This is all right. Look, he's bedazzled. Hey, you want a job? I'll make you a disco ball. We need to lighten up the bar we have. You know, you could spin around a few times.
Actually, look a lot closer and see if the gems on him are real.
Oh, yeah?
That's a good point.
Are these
actually,
real?
real? We pry them off of him.
I mean, we could give you a bit
So
of a
upon
job.
closer inspection of the gems, roll perception. Let's see if
All
you can
of them? Or
actually.
just him?
Is that just for the ones who are looking close?
Yeah, just for the ones who are looking close at the
22.
gems.
Oh, God.
22.
Would
You
I
baby
have
trying to get
advantage or
married,
not?
man.
No, no one will have advantage. Elias, Eros, to you, they look real enough. They don't look like they're fake plastic counterfeits, so to you that look real enough. Ash, with your perception though, you're able to get an extremely close view into it, and they are convincing counterfeit fakes.
Where did you get these gems?
I found him.
Where did you find them?
Don't stay around.
You know, if you say around, the thorn is coming out. Like, come up with a good answer.
I did answer. I found them.
Where?
Where?
How did you find
Planetary or
them?
geologically speaking?
No, the better question is how? How did you fucking
Okay.
bedazzle yourself?
Okay, I'm pulling out thorn.
Oh.
I'm pulling out thorn. I'm pointing it at him. Tell us what we
Dave, at
tell
this
us
point,
what
I would like to use my
Oh, my God.
answer
my
the
hollow
question.
thing to do my exclamation point.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
did you just become Solid Snake?
He literally emote. He literally did an emote.
Yep. He just made him emote.
He just did an emote. Answer the
Guys,
question.
you made me emote.
I don't want to shoot you, but you're making it really tempting.
No, I
No,
got a
we
better
are
idea.
not.
I grab him, rip him off the wall.
No, leave him. Leave him.
Oh,
alone.
no. Hey, DB, remember what I said about baseball?
Dave, can I transmit out of his hand?
Now that you are free from the duct tape, you are able to transmat out.
I'm a transmit out of his hand.
All right. Yep. So you are now free of the duct tape, and you are free from the wall.
So, you got shinies. I got you off the bloody wall. Show the shiny. At least to me, I asked.
I'm gonna look around. Is this place safe?
I mean, no one's looking. Nobody's watching
Well, you're still in like a market
Oh,
square,
that's-
so they're like even though people aren't paying attention to you now, if you were to drop something unusually shiny on the ground, it's gonna catch attention.
I'm gonna look at the group and go, follow me and find the nearest dark alleyway.
Oh, this is
I'm
anonymous,
keeping
guys.
Thorn. I'm keeping Thorn on holster just in case.
Just in case, yes,
We
yes.
by the way, this is a question. We have our exotics at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like I mentioned in my post earlier to you guys, you guys could go ahead and those changes would have already been made. So, yep.
I
Yeah,
saw what you
just no
posted.
exotic weapon yet. Sad.
So-
Not yet. No.
I'm kind of close by Raven, and it's like I give him a tap, and it's like, okay, we're in this alley. What are you showing
I
us?
proceed to drop a mountain fuckload of shinies.
Where?
So
Where
what
do you
drops
find
out
these?
are a series of like silver and gold rings, coins, and various different knickknacks and jewelry.
You're a
Where do you
thief.
find these? Like actually, don't
Outside the
say
city.
around. Don't say around. Like,
Outside the city.
what is? How long have you been doing this? How did you build up this much of a collection?
Are you talking about how long I've been conscious, or how long
How
I've
long
been
have you been
doing stuff?
collecting these?
So how long have you been a thief?
Since the traveler awoken me.
That's a long fucking time. What the hell have you been? You woke.
What have I
you
been
were
doing? I've been
created
doing
by
this.
the
I'm going to
traveler.
proceed to drop a few ghost shells.
You were. Oh my god. Why?
Whoa.
What?
What the fuck? You're making you. I was this close to like putting away my gun and dedicating and like deciding I'm not gonna shoot you.
Oh my god.
And you just put murder back on the table. So
Uh,
Do we have a fucking mass murdering ghost with us?
yeah, do we? What can I inspect? Can I look at these ghost shells and like, I don't know, figure out what happened to them or like why they're just dead?
Are they dead ghosts?
Yeah, are they dead
Yeah.
ghosts? Or are they just like,
Are they just-
does
did he just
Raven
kidnap
want
the
to
ghost?
better explain the ghost shells before he goes on?
We're all looking
I
at
don't
it.
think I will.
Okay.
I think we have a mass murdering ghost here, and we need to put it down.
Yeah, agree.
now,
No.
now, listen. There has to be a reasonable explanation.
If there is one, he better start talking.
I'm waiting.
'Cause it could be
Raven?
just replacement shells that he's worn in the past.
Raven, what's
No,
with those?
Not all ghosts have, unique shells to begin with.
Raven,
I'm gonna pick it up and see if there's an actual
That's a
like
good point,
dead
yeah,
ghost
actually.
inside of it.
and I'm asking the question.
So
it's like,
you pick it up and it is just a shell.
Oh, okay.
There are no ghost cores in any of these. These are just shells.
Or does it look like there's been a fucking ghost core removed forcibly from the inside?
I mean, some of these shells are not entirely intact. They've been battle damaged, but they're not like, how would I describe it? They don't look like they've been forcibly removed, but the shells look like they have been damaged in some way, one way or another, that is not related to why there's no core. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it doesn't look like it's like murder based on the shell, but it looks like he's picking up dead ghost shells.
Are you just picking up all these pieces, or
Still
Motherfucker's a
concerning.
grave robber.
Still concerning, less concerning than what we originally thought.
Raven? Where
Still
did you get
concerning.
the shells from? Because that's a little
A lot of shells.
That one I
concerning.
found outside the city. That one I found in Cosmodrome. That one in the EDZ.
Did you just say defending? How do you defend the Cosmodrome? You're a ghost.
No, he found it
said
in the Cosmodrome.
the
Oh,
Cosmodrome.
I thought he said he found it defending the Cosmodrome. Like,
That would be
No.
impressive. Okay. Did you have anything to do with their demise?
No.
Okay.
That sounded off.
Can I try to discern if he's lying or not? Or do I just
You can roll perception if you want to.
We'll go ahead and see if he's lying.
But I already know the answer to this, so I won't even need Baja to roll for this.
Damn.
He didn't. I'm
Well,
just gonna let him roll him into it.
I did roll. I got a
Raven,
5.
you collect all this stuff.
You couldn't tell, but I mean, as far as you know, Ash, he's making a truthful statement.
Okay.
You collect all these
terrified.
pieces for what reason, though? Do you sell this stuff, or
That would
You
be
just
barbaric, so no.
oh, so you're a collector,
I'm a retriever.
a retriever?
A
Do
golden
you-
retriever?
Different.
Do you procure
dog.
these items that don't belong to you and take them without like buying them, or at least asking?
Allow me to put it this way for you, Guardian. If I don't search for my dead brothers and sisters, who will?
Good point.
That's
Okay.
a good point.
Nice one. But I'm talking about the other stuff.
Oh, you made my shiny collection?
Yes.
If you're interested in a few faces, I don't mind trading.
Are you?
Not
If
right
I
now.
think I might have some weapons stashed somewhere too, but I don't remember where I put them.
No, you're piquing some interest, but
So would that mean you have an eye for materials?
exactly what I was thinking, Theo.
Yes. What about it?
I'm gonna turn to the group. So I have an idea. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna agree with me, but it's an idea.
What? Say again. Sorry.
I have an idea, and I'm not sure if you guys will agree with me, but it's an idea.
What is the idea?
So this ghost knows has an eye for materials, such as stuff we could use to make, upgrade, sell.
Maybe you
mean,
could help us acquire.
That's
more
your
material.
domain. If you think it's a good idea, go for it. But I'm not gonna be.
I mean, it could help with upgrading some of your equipment, as well as possibly procuring some better weapons.
I want to point out, less than 30 seconds ago, we were pretty sure this ghost was a serial killer.
You guys were sure he was a
Yeah,
serial killer.
I was
I'm
like,
still
the-
not
At
completely
this point, I would like to
convinced
change
he
my
isn't.
email to a question mark and go, what's a serial killer?
There's no
ask.
way you do not know what a serial killer has a ghost.
I am still not convinced that he isn't a serial killer.
He's a fucking ghost.
hey guys,
Ghosts have
can
done
be
some pretty
serial
insane shit.
killers.
look it. Theo's right. We could probably, use some extra help acquiring materials. We do need some more stuff, and well, we got the
Are
bar.
you suggesting we recruit this ghost?
Well, yes, until he always finds his guardian.
Yes, and maybe he'll find his guardian.
I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna just say whatever. Go for it. If this bites us in the ass, I'm blaming y'all.
It's a ghost. What's the worst that can happen? Our reputation drops.
Many things. If this ghost turns out to be a serial killer, like Elias and I were saying earlier, this is on your ass.
Also, Theo, I just want to point out, your little workshop has shinies.
Yeah,
That is also a good point.
but it'll
And you're
be-
not always going to be around in your forge.
But what
I'm
if
gonna
we
pick up all
offered
my
him a
stuff, too.
place? What if we offered them a place to put his shinies? He would always know where they're at.
Not to mention it's a give and take.
Yeah, and he
gives
would
us
help
shinies,
us.
We create shinies, which then we get to give to other people for better
Again.
shinies.
Go for
better
it.
shinies.
I Give you a
Gather shinies.
I don't know. I
Blank
agree with
space.
Theo. I
Profit.
think we could use some extra
Step
help.
1, recruit potentially dangerous ghost. Step 2, question
profit.
mark.
Profit.
Step 3, profit.
I turned to Raven. Okay, Raven, how about this? You don't kill us. We give you help. You can store your shinies at our place, which would be your place then too, and you'd have a steady place and maybe stop getting taped to the wall so much. And maybe also, what do you think about helping us procure some materials for our friend here? And I thump on Theo. You know, we could use some help with that.
Maybe.
I mean, we're
Hang on.
giving you a chance
let me,
here to.
let me put it into words that he'll more likely know.
Hmm.
You give me shinies, I make shinies into better shinies to bring in more shinies.
I'm
Why
like
are you
Finn
talking like a
Giga.
3-year-old?
Because you are.
You're literally a child. You're basically a
So
child.
he's
Owen.
saying we could upgrade what you have into much better shinies than what you have now. Then you could have nicer shinies, or you could trade them, do what you would like with them.
I'm gonna do a
If you could
capitalism.
help with us with the materials, though. And you'd have a safe place to store them. You wouldn't have to worry about us going through them. We don't really need to do that.
And I can at least promise you that I won't duct tape you to a wall. I'm not sure
I
on the
make
others.
no promises.
Yeah, I was gonna
As
say I'm not
long
sure on the
as
others.
as long as he stays out of my room, I guess I'm fine with this.
I would like to display my third projection, Div. Pointed at the person that doesn't want me in their room.
You
What
have
is the
piqued his
third
interest.
projection?
You
A
have
middle
your
finger.
projections. Just describe what they look like. That's all I ask.
I'm giving to the bird with the projection.
I don't have shinies in there. But I do have like valuable research that I'd rather not see get like
Accidentally leaked.
not even leaked. I just don't want it to get. I just don't want all my like files and stuff
You
to
are
get
gonna get
strewn all over the
investigated
place.
so hard if the Vanguard accidentally got a
Is-
hold of your stuff.
They're not
What's-
gonna find out.
It's just a bunch of papers with scrawls on them. It's nothing really.
They're really not shiny.
Also, the chitin.
Yeah, but that's not shiny.
Hey, we
Yeah.
could
One of
set
my
ground
stashes,
rules.
I might have something you could use. I have a really shiny old book there.
A shiny book. I swear to God, if it's a fucking child's reading.
Is it?
book.
What is the book?
Oh,
Can
I
I
never read
see
it.
the book?
Oh my God.
Would have to go to the Cosmodrome to go get it.
We need to enjoy this festival first.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
want to stick around,
hungry.
you can.
And plus, I'm hungry. Hey, are you in or not,
That
Raven?
too.
Do you want to come with us?
Sure.
And you might not get
But
taped to the wall
Are
this
you
time.
going towards the tower?
Are we
That-
in the? We're in the city, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
the city. We're just not going to the tower as of this moment.
No, they're
No, we're
going
going
to the event arena.
Well, we're going to the event.
Oh.
You want to tag along? But don't
Sure,
get into
I
trouble,
meant-
okay?
Are we heading towards where Shanks is?
Are we?
Lord Shanks?
Yeah, Shanks.
Chat.
I've never wanted to stab a ghost more.
I'm gonna pull out Thor. I'm fucking do it. I'm gonna do it.
We're
I'm like,
not ghost
we're all
killers.
we're all struggling. No,
I'm
don't do
about
it.
to-
Don't do it.
I'm about to commit a hate crime.
I'm gonna commit a hate crime.
We're not ghost killers.
I am.
Please.
We're
Ra-
not ghost
Raven,
killers.
if you're gonna go with us, you might
yourself.
want to stay near Theo or I for right now, and not get near those two. And try not to say too much around them. Let's just go and get something to eat. I'm hungry.
Do they have the problem where the Guardian's upset until he gets the weird small glowy cubes called Glimmer?
Uh,
I want to stab it. I want to stab it. I want to stab it.
I wanna kill.
Okay,
I wanna kill
Raven,
this thing so
stop
bad,
talking
bro.
around them for right now. Just come with us. We'll figure things out.
So as you guys have moved away from the area where Raven was duct taped, you do go visit the various food shops, and you're able to gain whatever breakfast items that you might want. As I mentioned earlier, there's little pancakes and cones. There's little breakfast bowls, breakfast burritos, various different breakfast items available for purchase.
Ooh.
So you guys have your pick of whatever you want for breakfast.
I would like some
So-
eggs. I'd like some bacon. maybe some toast. I don't know.
Yeah. So for brevity, you guys will each gather up your different breakfasts that you have, and you'll start eating and walking your way out to the arena. And as you're starting to walk up, you're starting to hear a large crowd of people that are already in the arena. It sounds like there might already be some talking, so you might be arriving a little bit late.
Oh no. I was
So
talking to this ghost killed our set us back so far.
no, you're fine.
Okay.
So you're going in, and you're starting to hear kind of some. There's some people talking on a microphone, but you can't quite make out what they're saying just yet as you're kind of walking in. So as you begin to enter in, it's basically like walking into like a large stadium arena. You do have like an outer ring where you do have a lot of people kind of walking around, like shuffling in to get into the actual arena section. There's a lot of people still filing in. You do see a number of guardians still among the crowd there as well, between the citizens as well. So you see a lot of people are really here, and it's a large crowd event. And as you do come out into the arena, you do happen to see, in the moment, there are 5 people currently on the stage. The first one you guys will immediately recognize right off the bat is Remy. She is up on the stage as one of the hunters that's in the finals for the tournament. There is another hunter, a bit of a shorter one, who is holding a title belt. So it looks like he might be the current champion for the event. And from here, we're actually going to transition over to Diabla. Winter, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. So at the moment you are standing out on the stage, everyone's kind of speaking their spiel, like talking about how bad they are and how they've earned their chance to, at this title shot. You're kind of like standing kind of off to the side a little bit. How is Diablo feeling in the moment?
Very exposed, and she is sitting there really trying not to fidget because she hates it. She just freaking hates it. But she's trying to stay as still and as calm as possible. And she is observing the others very carefully. She's watching them, taking note of their body language, their vocal patterns, and stuff like that. And just
So
taking like kind of mental notes of everyone.
So I'll give you the lay of the land. The one who is holding the title his name is Brian.
Mhm.
He won this event last year, which is why he's the returning champion and he's in the event defending his title. He did actually fight his way to get back to the finals, so he is a legitimate holder of last year's
Mhm.
championship, and he's basically defending it again this year. The 2 others that are amongst you are Randy and Jeff. Randy is also a hunter who does have a scout rifle that is his namesake. And he is notorious for using throwing knives on the battlefield with deadly efficiency.
Hey, it's Randy Stone now.
Thank you. glad just someone picked that up. The other guy is Jeff. He is also he is also a hunter, but he is known more as a bit of a daredevil. He does manage to get himself into some stickier situations, but through just sheer will, he's managed to get himself into the finals. The other person is a pink-haired hunter who you've never seen in the Crucible before. She's a newcomer. But as you kind of look her up and down, she doesn't look like she's terribly much. Like, she's much shorter than you are. I mean, you've got her by about at least 7-8 inches. So you've quite taller than her. She just to you it's a little confusing. You're like, how did someone so small get into the finals like this? And you're seeing Remy's actually the one kind of addressing the crowd in the moment, but you're kind of not really paying attention. But you're starting to hear just little bits and pieces, like how, like, you know, she's talking to the crowd how this is her first time being in the tournament, and you know, she's happy that she earned her opportunity to you know, get into this championship opportunity. But as this is kind of coming down, the sixth and last person in this tournament does happen to start walking down, and Diablo, you immediately recognize it's Joe. It's the guy whom you know from backstage. And Joe immediately just kind of like takes over the microphone and he's walking down. He's like, everyone's around here talking about what they earned. I'm not here to talk about what I earned. I'm here to put a champion to sleep. And I suggest the four of you stay the hell out of my way. And he's walking up through and getting up on stage. He gets right into Randy's face, like, Randy, I know you and I haven't met yet, but believe me, when it's time for you and I to face in the ring, all the throwing knives in the world ain't gonna save you from me. Looks over at Jeff. Jeff, I don't even know why you're out here right now. I already put you down.
Can I do one thing?
What's that?
While he's doing this, can I send a message to Remy's ghost telling Remy to kill that guy?
You can, but she's not really going to be able to read it in the moment.
I mean, her ghost can relay it to her in a sense.
Her ghost can see it, but she's not really going to be able to, like I said, relay it in the moment because this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you can send it. There's no guarantee she'll see it though.
She'll probably see it right after the conversation.
So as you're doing this, Joe actually turns to Remy and goes, "Little one, you out here, a child among adults. You've been real lucky in the tournament, so I know you're gonna come out here talking about how bad you are, but I'm here to give you a little bit of a reality check. See, the last time you and I met in the Crucible, I remember putting you real close and putting you down and putting you to sleep." And then Joe turns to you, Diablo, and you know he's gonna say something stinging because that's what he's out here to do. Joe just kind of gets up real close to you, and he's about as tall as you are. He's a Titan as well. He's a big solar Titan. He gets up real close to you. Hey, let me ask you something.
She just tilts her head up in acknowledgement.
How's our old friend Corey doing?
She stiffens very visibly, and her hands clench.
You see he's trying to provoke a reaction in you.
She knows that, and it takes quite a bit of her to try to not say anything back that will backfire. So she just stiffens. It just tilts her head up a little. Tilts her head up a little bit.
He just kind of sees that you're not gonna really do nothing, and you just kind of see him smile, and he finally turns to Brian, and you have been escaping me for a long time, but you ain't escaping me tomorrow night. I'm taking that title from you. And you see the crowd is just eating it up. The crowd is just like, like they're eating this up. And
Mm.
Shax will actually kind of get in. He starts pushing Joe back away from you, Diablo. And Joe's like eyeing you straight up as he's getting kind of pushed back.
Mm. And Diablo's hands are definitely clenched into fists right now, and really trying not to punch him right then and there. So you said that Shax's
Shax
self
is he's pushing Joe back. He's getting the situation under control. And you're starting to hear the announcers, ladies and gentlemen, these are our 6 finalists for the tournament. The crowd starts going crazy.
Diablo kind of mutters to herself and to Polaris. This is gonna be really interesting.
Polaris just kind of like mutters a little message to you. You know he wanted you to punch him, right?
Well, I know. I didn't really get the satisfaction, especially not in front of this crowd.
But
Even
you
though
know
something
that's what he wanted.
Yeah, I know something. So that might have been all show too. I'm definitely gonna punch him later.
I know you don't like it, but you know he does this for show. You know he plays the bad guy. Anyway, let's go backstage and let's just relax for the bit. We can meet and greet everyone here.
Yeah.
And for the rest of you, Remy's she's standing there kind of cross-armed, just kind of looking at Joe. Just, the rest of you know she's got something on her mind as she's kind of watching this with her arms folded. And oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at this moment, then, so now everyone's been kind of introduced. Everyone's kind of been let go to go on backstage and kind of go about doing what they want to do. The crowd begins to kind of file out of the arena, and everyone's kind of going out to enjoy the festival. And the meet and greet for all the Guardians competing in the tournament is gonna start. So if anyone does want to go, kind of talk to the competitors, you do have that option to do so.
Would Diablo have the chance to talk to Remy at all?
Yeah, so you guys are going to be walking into the backstage area, and you'd be kind of walking behind Remy in the moment. So yeah, you can kind of like tap her on the shoulder and get her attention.
Yeah, Diablo does that. Hey kid.
She just kind of turns and looks up to you. Hello.
Hi. Probably no introductions needed. I'm Diablo. How the hell did you get into the Crucible?
Oh, well, getting into the Crucible was easy. Winning my way through the tournament was, well, not as difficult as you might think.
Well, I gotta give you commendations there. You're doing good, kid. Just don't let Joe get in your head, alright?
I'm not too worried about him. I actually had a talk with him the other day. He kind of explained what kind of goes on here in the background. You know, I get what he's doing. I don't hold him any ill will. I mean, you get it though, right? Like,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Like, we need to kind of have good guys and bad guys, and that kind of helps tell a narrative.
The Crucible is literally WWE.
More like UFC. Like, there's all the trash talking, but what happens in the octagon's 100% real. Because yeah, there's all the trash talking outside the Crucible, but what happens in the Crucible is the Crucible.
Yeah, that's where people are actually
Yep.
actually own up to their words or fail their word.
Yep.
Well,
So Remy
Remy,
just kind of looks to you. You've been doing this a while, right?
oh, a while. A while. I mostly do it just for mostly for entertainment and other things. Forgive
So
me.
do you work with the Vanguard also?
I'm independent of the Vanguard.
I see. Um, I'm sort of independent, I guess, myself. I just kind of came around here in the last month or two. Been kind of honing my skills and my craft. Learning some interesting stuff about myself as of late.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's interesting to say the least, but I won't get into it too terribly much.
No, and I respect that.
Anyway, I guess I wanted to ask, you seem somewhat reserved from a lot of the others. Very quiet, stoic. If you're not comfortable around people, why do you compete?
You do ask an excellent question. I just like fighting. That's really all there is that it is to it.
I suppose, I mean, if you're looking for a place to genuinely test your mettle, there really isn't a better place. At least that
No.
won't permanently kill you.
Yeah. Also, one that's more legal than other avenues.
Oh?
I'll
She
just
just
leave
kind
it
of
at
looks at you
that.
curiously.
I'll just leave it at that.
So her eyes kind of squinty a little bit. You're a curious one. I'm
Mr.
bet some-
Grinch.
First.
I bet I know a few people who might actually like you.
Really? Well, that would be determined.
Well, they might actually show up today. I guess I don't know. But, I mean, if I run into them, maybe I'll introduce you.
I was gonna say, Remy's ghost has a message for her, technically.
She hasn't read it yet.
Well, I mean, mentioning us, the ghost might. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah, so pretty much like when that happens, she does receive a message saying that from Elias that everyone in the group was around, and she's like, "Oh, well, speak of the devil, they actually are here."
Is it like good
Were you
friends?
planning on going anywhere?
No, other
I
than
don't want to hold you up if you had other arrangements.
other than going back to my workshop and working on a few custom orders, they aren't terribly urgent at the moment since the tournament is going on. But
Well,
nothing that can't be put off.
let me introduce you to some associates of mine.
Sure.
You
I am curious of them. You seem
All
like
right.
an interesting
So,
character.
at this moment, are you guys still kind of like in the outskirts of the arena, or are you kind of out like in the festival area?
I'd say probably more festival area.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we still haven't eaten.
Well, you've been eating and like walking towards the arena. Like you gathered your breakfast and then you went to the arena. So you've been eating as you went.
Yeah, but we're getting like actual food now.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so
Instead
yeah,
of like the finger foods.
yeah, yeah.
Shangus.
shinies.
Yep, so you guys will meet up with Remy and Diabla out in the festival area as you guys are all kind of like feasting. Uros and Elias, you will spot Remy in the crowd, and and she just kind of waves at you guys and starts heading in your direction. Hey guys, nice of you guys to show up.
Dave, on the table, I'd like to sort out my shinies.
So
Stop it with the
how are you
saying,
sorting your
shiny.
shinies? Like,
And how
Yeah.
many
Putting our adventure on hold
And
for
by
this shit.
shininess.
so are you sorting by like rings, coins, jewelry?
Yeah, I'm
How
sorting
shiny
them out
things
by
are.
type, size, and how shiny.
All right, so you're just assembling these little piles of various different shinies on this basically like picnic table. And Remy just kind of looks at Raven, kind of confused, like, and she immediately notices the shiny pile.
Don't worry about him.
It's a long story. We found this ghost duct taped to a wall. And I say that out loud so both of them hear it.
Diablo
you
just her head, like she just snaps to look at Elias like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that was our reaction too.
Diablo looks at the ghost and then at Elias and then at Remy. They are already interesting. Also,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, these are
Oh.
my friends, Elias, Uros, Theo, Ash, and I don't know the ghost. I'm sorry, you are? And she kind of like
Raven.
gets up close to you, Raven. Raven, what are you doing with all this? And she just kind of points down at all the shinies.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Please.
I'm sorting them out.
She
If any-
she
if
she
any of them
sees
interest
like
you,
she
I'm
notices you
willing to
two like
trade.
she notices you two like don't do it. And she's like kind of going back and forth like, wait, what is happening? What do you mean?
Look
Don't
at
Diablo's
ask him
just-
about it.
Ignore him.
What do
I
you
just
mean?
it's a ghost that bejeweled itself.
But that's
I'm not seeing the issue with that, but
Again,
How many-
but this
don't really
Alright.
worry about it.
How many sane ghosts do you know bedazzles themselves?
Diablo
Have
kind of looks
you-
at Polaris and at Polaris's little bit of shiny bits.
No. I don't mean like as in you did it to your ghost. I mean
Ghost did it to
the
himself.
ghost did it to himself.
Yeah. There is no guardian. He hasn't been looking for his guardian. He's just been looking for shiny stuff.
Yeah.
It scares me.
That is very odd.
We were also convinced that this ghost was a serial killer for longer than should have been
Again,
necessary.
you were.
There
He
was
pulled
two of
out
us.
multiple ghost shells.
Yeah, there were two of us. That constitutes a we.
It
do you
could
wanna
have
see my
been
ghost shells?
replacement shells. You're
And
gonna make them more
he
confused.
has
though.
admitted it came from other ghosts.
I'm sorry, my brain just
Polaris
went
looks
into a
at you,
comparison.
Diabla. She's just like, Polaris is like, this is a really weird group.
Yeah, welcome to the
Diablo
club.
kind of side whispers back to Polaris. You're telling me. So above table, I'm sorry. My mind immediately went to this. Sounds like Diablo is meeting a D&D group for the first time, and they all have their shenanigans and its usual D&D fuckery. And it's like
That would be a pretty accurate representation.
Yeah.
Quite literally,
I
that's probably the most accurate representation you can get.
Amazing.
I'm
Fear
trying
the
to
quote-unquote
think.
serial killer ghost.
I'm trying to be my
These
character. It's
ghosts
not
kills
working.
things.
Oh my gosh.
This
Anyway,
ghost has murdered
moving on.
small children.
With a bit more better introduction, as I'm gonna extend my hand out to the Guardian. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well.
Theo, refresh my memory. You're like 6'6", right?
Hmm?
Your height. You're like six
boy.
foot six, right?
Oh. I'm 6'8".
Okay, yep. So then you do stand a couple inches taller than Diablo. But you're both Titans.
Like you're
Theo.
ecstatic.
Titan to Titan communication. Just start punching each other.
I'm not a brute, thank you.
That's up for debate.
That is
If you touch what I craft, then that's definitely a debate.
See, there we go.
I mean, just because you bonk things doesn't mean you're stupid.
Would you mind refreshing me on what the actually? Would you mind refreshing me what Theo's aesthetic is?
Yeah, describe your new drip. I don't think you've even described it yet.
This is why I
No.
made it in game. I don't need to describe it if I have an image.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I haven't had a chance to really, you know,
Yeah,
update
no,
anything
no.
because I can't update my fucking picture. Mainly because I don't remember how to. But I know I can definitely post it in the chat. Actually, I'll probably go in images.
Well, I mean, just
well, I'm still gonna describe it.
yeah. I mean, just for the people who are listening, do describe it at least.
Make sure you can also put it up on the stream.
Yeah.
It's I'm wearing a semi baggy black pants, a leather like jacket. Well, I guess synthetic. Would it be synthweave? Yeah, synthweave.
Yep. Synthweave.
Jacket. A synthweave jacket that has a distortion on the left side of its arm, and what's the wording?
I could already describe what this character looks like in like one sentence.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to full on say it.
Homeless.
No,
No.
it's inspired by a character.
Yeah, Red Hood is obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Hood.
Just think of the Red Hood from any sort
Yeah,
of
like
DC.
a Destiny version of Red Hood, and he's a Titan.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
Oh god.
And I appreciate your outfit as well.
Thanks,
Your
I
aesthetic.
crafted myself.
Are you an armor smith?
I'm just a normal smith. I'm able to diverse myself.
Still an honorable craft. I'm a weaponsmith myself.
Oh. Then, by chance, have you crafted your own weapons before then?
All of my weapons are handcrafted by myself. Well, except for Thunder. Actually, above table. A Thunderlord. So how would have Diablo acquired Thunderlord?
Thunderlord would have either been a weapon you would have gained through Crucible Victory or through some action, like if you're doing, say, like a Vanguard scouting mission or like say a strike mission, for example. This would have been a random reward that you would have gotten from one of these missions. But you've had the weapon for a few years at least, so it is a trusty and reliable weapon to you.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to ask about that because of.
Yep, I'm just kind of leaving that up to you. Like it's just like some outside action that
Yeah.
you'd have done over your years.
Yeah. I have crafted all of my weapons except for Thunderlord, which I acquired through a means, I'll just say.
I haven't particularly crafted my own weapons quite yet, but one that's stuck by me throughout my entire journeys has been my trusty warhammer here.
Hmm. I like it. That is admirable.
Better to get up and close.
Indeed.
I just look at Theo. By the way, who did you sell that fucking anti-tank rifle to?
So,
Above game, it wasn't sold. It had to be dismantled to use for parts to repair one
Oh.
of them. So yeah, it was
Oh, okay.
dismantled to make the other one work.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
so
that's good.
so my statement still stands. So,
Oh, yeah, never mind. For some reason, I thought you sold it. Never mind. So somebody doesn't have the plans for that.
or probably not anymore, or don't remember.
Well, I
Also,
mean,
by the
only
way, this is
Banshee
what
would.
my Titan looks like.
I would just say like, nah, Banshee might have the
Nice.
blueprint
I
still.
like it.
Possibly.
Sunday ashes with
I mean,
the-
he was the one who built it.
Oh no, Bork is sponsored.
Oh no.
You know,
By the way, did y'all see Destiny chat?
I gotta get that bag.
Yes, yes, I did.
You keep posting
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Oh.
I love the second one. The second one's my favorite one. It's just the deeping with people you can't stand.
Oh my god.
You know you love Raven.
I don't. You know
Oh,
you
God.
love Raven. That is incorrect.
It's funny as shit though.
It is very funny.
All right, so you guys are pretty much just gonna be free to sit around, enjoy the various different meals and food that is available to you. So as the day kind of goes on, it does start to get a little bit cloudy. So the sun is still out, but there is a little bit of cloud cover kind of surrounding around the traveler at the moment. What would you guys like to do now?
Pick up all my stuff.
All right, so yeah, you've neatly organized your piles, and now you're collecting them up. You transmat all of them back up now that you've organized them.
I will go off to find more.
I grab him before he can go anywhere. We had a deal. No fucking just running off.
I wasn't running off.
You just said you're off to find more shinies.
That's not running off.
I look at everybody else in the group. Anybody want to back me up here, or else am I going to be the only one to say it?
Come on. Well, you really should stay with us, okay?
Honestly, yeah.
We don't need to find you duct taped to a wall again.
Yeah,
That is
that.
a good point. Also, wasn't the
That only
deal that
happens
you
once a week.
don't?
Here's the thing.
Let's
What
make-
was your name again?
let's change that to 0 times a week, shall we?
Ghost. What is your name?
Raven.
Raven. Something tells me that unless you want to be alive, you should probably stick with these people.
I mean, no sane guardian, sane-ish guardian would kill a ghost outright.
Ish. I'm sorry. I have a talking gun. You think I'm sane?
Got a
Why do you
point?
think I changed my statement to sane-ish?
Or there was ever any doubt that I wasn't sane, or that I was sane? Wasn't sane? Whatever. Who knows? Who cares?
Words are
You know what I
hard.
mean. You know what I mean.
Words be hard.
Well, you can stay with us. It'd be probably a lot better, okay?
Not to mention, since you're in the city, I'm pretty sure people would probably notice their belongings missing.
I was only going to go see Banshee.
Why are you going to see Banshee?
Banshee's my friend.
Can I roll an insight check and see if that was a lie?
I don't think it was.
It could be one-sided.
Baja, I'll have to ask you above game. Is there an ulterior motive to your reasoning to go see Banshee?
Oh my God.
To go put his tools back in the right spot.
Oh gosh.
That
I-
is a
I'm-
sentence. That could
I
mean any number of
don't
things.
know if that helps me.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Are
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
are you okay? Baja, just roll a d20 for me.
Fuck.
Okay.
We'll just do it.
Yeah, 8 fucking wins.
Okay. Yep. Elias, you just
I mean,
you
I
believe
would've-
what he's saying.
I would have helped because even I'm curious on him saying he's friends with Banshee.
Yeah.
Do you want to tag along with him? I guess is the real question.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because I need more fucking anti-tank ammo.
Well, I mean,
Fair
I
enough.
have there was the ammo that I had.
Yeah.
Did you just say anti? Oh wait, did you say that aloud?
Yeah.
Did you just say anti-tank ammo?
Yeah.
It's beyond.
Yes, he
Diablo
just-
just looks at
I just
Remy.
I just want to see Theo just like fucking pull out the boxes and just hand them over to me.
Yeah,
Bitches
like
love
I
cannons.
had like
Bitches
I
love
had like 8
cannons.
rounds, so like here
Yeah, so that's what, a box and a half.
about.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
a box
so he
and a
just
half.
literally hands me 2 magazines worth, basically. Did we ever specify the caliber? Like, they're fucking 30 cal or something like that, or 30 millimeter?
Yeah, something like that. Because I'm not entirely familiar with what size like anti-tank round shells are. So
yeah, I forgot what we
Yeah,
established.
they're
what
very
was-
big rounds.
Yeah.
I know they're really big, but I have no idea what caliber that is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like just whatever size it is. Like we'll just go with it. 30 millimeter, sure. I don't know what it is.
I think it was 30 because I remember 30 something. Oh.
Yeah, I just know they're huge. That's all I know.
Diablo leans down to Remy and whispers, "You have some very interesting friends."
Yeah. It's an interesting story with these guys too. But I'll let them tell their story.
We've actually
You
killed an
can't-
ogre with it.
2 shots.
Diablo just looks around. You can't see her face because she's wearing her helmet, but she has her head tilted slightly, and she's just looking around at you all in silence.
You
I've had
look at
worse
this
books.
group and you're not entirely sure how this group has survived as long as it has, but somehow they're quite accomplished.
I mean, if you don't believe
Diablo's
us, we
just
have
gonna
recording.
chalk it up
Wouldn't
to
I say that?
bullshit fuckery and pure luck.
I mean, if you don't believe us, we more likely have a recording.
Yeah,
You
we
have
should.
a recording.
Yeah, combat footage.
DB nudges Uros. yeah, we've got footage already.
Yeah, we do. Just start giggling about
I just look at both of them and go, "You do realize I'm the one with the anti-tank gun, correct?"
it.
So
Giggling to himself.
Well, I
do
mean,
you,
we do
do you
have
wish to
footage.
see?
It's really cool.
Why that Dorganus? I'm gonna transmit out of his hand and continue on my way.
Motherfucker.
So like he just like quick teleports out of your hand and you just see him just like casually start floating away.
But yeah, I can transfer over the footage if you wish.
I We'll pass on that. Thank you.
It's quite interesting to see an ogre enter
Very
a
good
room and then
theory.
immediately die.
Considering the reputation of light bearers and guardians, I think I can believe it.
We made him meet his god.
That is certainly true.
That's one way of putting it, I
How-
guess.
Hey, remember when I
Oh.
killed the Dredgen with his own gun?
Would that be
How-
a known term at this time, by the way?
Dredgen would be a familiar name to those who would have heard the stories. And these are old stories too, especially in this time and age. So, Diabla, I'll actually have you roll a history. And I'll walk you through how to do this since this is really gonna be your first time using the character sheet.
There it is. Oh. What?
Damn.
Ooh,
What?
Natural
Nice.
20.
What?
Serious? That's awesome.
So,
Was that
That's
the first
dope,
roll of
man.
her the game for her?
yeah, that's her
Yeah.
first roll of the game.
Nat 20.
So,
Fucking
you,
fabulous it is.
upon hearing the title Dredgen, you immediately conjure the stories of Thorn and the Last Word. You know these stories as they've been passed along for many years. And you know the name Dredgen Yor. But you've also heard other people take up the title of Dredgen over the years. So there have been more than one Dredgen. But the one that everyone talks about and everyone knows from the stories is Dredgen Yor.
Diablo just kind of looks over at Ash, and she just tilts her head. Killing a Dredgen with his own gun,
Not just do I tell her? Do I tell her? I turn to the others.
It's more, do you tell it and it's possibly on record?
I don't know. Because
Don't.
that would be telling on a secret we probably shouldn't be telling to anyone.
Diablo just looks around at you guys, whispering to each other.
I'll trust Theo's judgment.
I'm just shaking
Don't
my
want
head.
another librarian incident.
I guess I'll tell that story later. I guess that's what I say that to Diablo.
Diablo just kind of squints her eyes at him, but mentally she keeps note of what he said, or what Ash said. She.
Diablo will remember this.
Diablo will remember this.
Hey Dave, have I thoroughly left the group behind now?
Yeah, at this point, they just kind of continue conversation. So you've kind of flowed off and you've gone to see Banshee at this point.
I'm chasing after now because, yeah, the conversation doesn't need me.
All right, so yeah, you're several paces behind, but you still can see him because you recognize that gilded shell anywhere at this point.
Goofy looking fucking bejeweled motherfucker.
Goofy little
He's-
motherfucker.
He's been bedazzled.
It's a goofy little motherfucker.
So Raven, you do approach Banshee first. You just see him kind of look up and what do you need?
I'll use my holo projector to do the wave at him, and then proceed to just fly in and sort out his tools.
He looks up at your little emote and he sees you wave and he watches you kind of go back and he sees you starting to mess around with the tools. He watches you for a moment and then kind of gets back to what he was doing. And then Elias, you will approach and Banshee will kind of repeat the same cycle. Like he'll just kind of look up at you, Elias, what do you need? And as you're seeing this, Elias, you're seeing Raven behind Banshee rearranging his tools.
Hmm.
So what do you do? Blue?
Hello? I think something happened
I think
to
we,
his
I think we
mic.
might have lost him.
Something happened to his mic. Because he's currently typing.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Blue visor.
Okay, so I heard. So he sees Elias approach, and then it went deathly silent, and my PC crashed.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Well then.
Wait, what happened?
My PC fucking crashed.
Oh.
Like it had an
Oh, no.
uncorrectable way error, and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
That's
unfortunate.
That's
weird.
really weird. So yeah, I was just saying, yeah, you approach and Banshee just kind of repeats the same thing that he did with Raven. Just kind of looks up at you, just what do you need? And as you're approaching, you see Raven behind Banshee, just rearranging his tools.
Like in a good way or a bad way? Is he rearranging them? Like, does he look like he's actually sorting them out properly?
Baha, what are you doing with the tools?
Putting them in their proper spots.
That's what he says.
Okay, so
That-
he's arranging them in a proper
Sorting.
and clean manner.
Okay. So I just pull out the half-empty mag that Theo gave me and pull out one of the rounds and go, I need you to produce some of these.
So he picks up the clip.
Well, no,
He
I'm just handing him the round.
Oh, okay. So he's all right.
Like
Because I was gonna say
we still have the empty magazines from prior.
Okay. So he'll just kind of pick up the round, kind of examine it, kind of like turning it, looking at the angle.
It should have his signature on it because he did make these.
He's kind of spinning the boat, looking around it. I haven't used this thing in a while. I'll have to pull it out in order to manufacture the round. Might take me a little time.
Take your time. I got enough rounds to last me a few combat rounds or a few combat encounters.
Very well. I'll see about manufacturing more here for future use.
All right.
He's just staring at you blankly, just like waiting for something else.
Can't think of anything else other than just. I'm gonna text the group. And do y'all need any type of ammo while I'm here with Banshee?
What kind of ammo does Thorn use? As a question, or would I not need
Basic
that
hand
manufactured?
cannon ammo.
Okay, so I wouldn't need that manufactured because I have enough. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
because like whatever type of weapon it is, regardless of if it's an exotic or not, it's just gonna use the same type of ammo.
Okay, cool.
It just looks differently in game.
Exactly. Yep. It's just gonna use the same ammo, even though like even in the case of Thorn, even though the bullets literally come out looking like daggers, like you're using the same weapon ammo. So it's all the same for simplicity.
Good.
So yeah, it sounds like then no one needs additional ammo or anything else.
I asked, do you have any extra C4?
I don't really have any more of that. Most explosives are typically found on the field these days.
Mm. All right. Oh, I guess that's really it.
So Raven, at this point, you've fully organized the tools, and they're all in their proper places, and they're even facing the correct angles. The little OCD brain is satisfied.
I'm gonna go off to bug Zavala.
Oh no.
Mm. I do not think I should follow. Wait, Zavala wouldn't know me, would he? Hello?
I can't say. I
He
can't
shouldn't.
tell you.
He shouldn't recognize me because I never met him in the past. And I never interacted with the Titan Vanguard, so...
He's still the Vanguard leader. He may or
Yeah.
may not know who you are, depending on his knowledge of history.
Considering the funny,
And
you are
considering
suspected
I'm
of
wearing
murdering
new armor
Raven.
that hasn't been seen yet, so...
Actually, that is a good point.
I can just say that I'm looking after this one because I found him duct taped to a wall.
Up to you if you want to follow.
Risk it for the biscuit or not?
Um,
Do you
I
really want to
mean-
reveal yourself?
Who said I have to reveal my name?
yeah, I know that's the thing. He doesn't have to reveal who he is properly. He can just say, "Oh, I'm concerned
just-
for this ghost."
Yeah. After finding him literally duct taped to a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you also have to keep in mind the ghost knows your name.
No,
Yeah,
I never
actually, I don't think
introduced myself.
Raven. I don't think Raven's gonna be too susceptible to, staying secretive about who you are.
I mean, I never revealed my name to Raven.
Remy did.
Remy didn't.
Remy
Bold of you
introduced
to
all of
assume
you.
Raven was paying attention while sorting out shit.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's up to you.
Fuck it. It would also let me see what the Vanguard's like at the moment.
I mean, it's up
'Cause
to you. If you want to go,
I've
go for
changed
it.
my armor enough that it doesn't look like I did way back in the day.
All right, so you do follow Raven to the tower. And as you're starting to climb up the tower, it's starting to become more getting closer to the evening, and the cloud cover is starting to turn to rain. There's a gentle little rain starting to fall in the city as you're kind of riding the elevator up to the tower, and you're looking down across the city as you're coming up to the top and arriving up to the tower. So as you arrive up to the tower, you do see a number of guardians kind of surrounding the area. Some of them checking through their inventories. Some of them chatting with the vendors at the top of the tower.
Can I please look to see if there's any guardians floating to get on top of the vaults? If you know that, reference.
I do. I remember doing that at one point.
That's more of a joke than anything.
Yeah, that's an inside D1 joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's smooth.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So you see guardians doing random stuff throughout the tower, like the courtyard, essentially. Like
Do I see
Sure.
Raoul?
Raul's out there. He's he's doing his cryptarchy work. People come up to him with engrams. He's decrypting them and
I
providing
will
them with
attempt to
new
stay
equipment.
out of his sight because I know what will happen if he sees me.
So you guys will kind of go downstairs into the main area where the Vanguard holds their meetings.
Oh wait, we'd
And-
have to pass Shax first.
Might he recognize the homie?
Because
I'm
if you
trying-
remember in D1 Tower,
I'm trying to remember where he was in D1 Tower.
so
He's
when
right
you're
at the
going
bottom
down,
of the entry
yeah,
stairs.
Yeah.
You go down the stairs. Eris is behind the stairs.
Shax is to the right. The Crucible
Right, he's onto
red
the
jacket's on
right.
the left.
Yep. So yeah, but I'll go ahead and actually tell you, Shax wouldn't be there at the moment because he is dealing with the other Crucible stuff in the festival. So he's not at his post at the moment.
By any chance, do I spot the gloves that I gave him anywhere a long time ago?
Take the gift back.
But no, I wasn't gonna take it back.
Yeah,
I just want to see if they're still around.
I know. I'm memeing.
So in his little area, he does have various different trophies and little items of interest, kind of in his space. But you do happen to see a pair of boxing gloves among the items.
Hey, they're still there. I take
Paradox kind of chimes in as you see this. Goes, that's interesting.
what?
We gave that to him not. I mean, sometime before we left, right?
Well, we gave them to him after the incidents in Chicago, and I'm not saying this out loud. I'm saying this in a text because I'm still got my helmet on. I'm not revealing my face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so this is like a text conversation between me and Paradox.
So this certainly proves that, we existed in this timeline.
Well, we already know that because of the incident at the library.
Right, but some of the things that happened seem to have not happened, like what happened with Stonehorn. I'm just trying to piece
Wait.
it all together.
How do we know that Stonehorn didn't happen? We haven't gone back.
Because records show that the settlement still exists.
Could have been resettled.
But there is no record of any incident ever occurring there.
Fair point.
I mean, I'm only going off of Vanguard records, but everything seems to suggest that Godhand himself, he says that very subtly.
Well, it's still in text, so he doesn't need to be subtle.
But he seems to be both here and not here in time. Like he was erased, but not completely.
Consequences of our actions have remained, but his have been erased.
Well, yes and no. Certain actions of ours have still remained, but certain actions of his seem to have as well, but not to the extent that we have. I'm still, like I said, I'm still working on a working theory here, but I think both us and Godhand might have disrupted time in ways that might have changed the future.
Yeah. Or maybe this is the way it's always meant to be.
Maybe so. It's hard to say, but I mean, with all the anomalous stuff that's already happened in our lives and how we even got here, there's still a lot of questions we need answering.
And considering this fucking group, it's pretty goddamn weird.
So as you kind of turn your attention away from the item, you do happen to see the three Vanguard members at their stations, going over different Vanguard operations and overseeing different Vanguard teams already out on patrol. They're pretty much all focused into their work at the moment. But you do see Cade, Ikora, and Zvala all at these tables.
Would I recognize Ikora?
You've never met her personally, but you know her by reputation. She was Osiris's student, and she was considered to be a star pupil. She was a very powerful warlock in her own right.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, there's not really anything I have to say there.
All right, so Raven, what are you doing with Zavala?
Well, to be more precise, I'm gonna attempt to sneak out of his sight and drop 3 ghost cords and leave.
Okay. Roll a d20 for stealth.
I am ready to net 1 on this. There it is.
Son of a bitch.
Call it and you shall receive.
Did this motherfucker really get a nat 1?
He really rolled a nat 1.
Yep, but hey, it's not as bad as that net 100 I called.
I'd say it's up there in like, how did you fucking call it? But yeah, okay. So you try to sneak around Zavala and you immediately knock over something. You knock a little pad off the table and Zavala immediately catches your attention. Hello, Raven.
Zavala?
I assume there's a reason you've come to see me here today?
I dropped the 3 ghost cords and run.
Bruh.
As he's trying to get past me, can I reach out and grab my hand? And just grab him midair?
I want you to roll for this.
Alright, 1 second. What would I roll? Dexterity?
Probably.
You
I would
know
say
what?
dexterity
Yes,
because, yeah,
because you're trying to finesse like catch him. So yes, roll a dex for me.
Alright, 1 second. Let me get to a safe spot. Oh, I actually gotta roll, get back into D20, so 1 second.
Yeah. In the meantime, Baha, I want you to roll.
Oh, he's not paying attention to me, so then this would be just a surprise.
Oh, I wasn't gonna counter it anyway.
Okay, no counter roll. Okay, then. All right.
I'm bringing up my sheet right now. Dexterity.
Well, I mean, if he's not even gonna counter roll, then I'd say like it's fine. Like
yeah.
like he tries to scurry away, and you immediately just kind of snatch him out of the air.
Yeah. And I kind of just walk him back over to Zavala.
Are you this ghost guardian?
No, but I found him duct taped to a wall earlier, and I'm more curious of why he was.
I apologize. You must be new around here. Who are you?
I really don't remember my name. I'm sorry about that. I've only been alive for a few days, so I kind of really don't know my name.
Roll deception for me.
God damn it.
Can I roll to slightly distract Zavala with my squirming?
17.
I was gonna say you could give him assistance, but he's not gonna need it because of the 17. So he just kind of looks at you, just and kind of nods. Just, new lights. Still learning who you need to become, then, yes?
Yeah, and wanting to keep certain things out of trouble.
Well, I can tell you this one is particularly a problem.
Yeah, I can
Not a
already
problem.
I can already get that from just what I've known already.
Raven, you see Zavala just kind of look at you sternly. This one knows he should be looking for his ghost, but instead he tends to be preoccupied with what he calls shinies.
Yeah, I've seen his shiny pile.
Well, this one has had some problems in the last city on more than one occasion. The Cryptarchy is pretty much banned him from all libraries and cryptologists.
Yeah, that's not a surprise for some reason.
It's not my fault that shelf fell over.
I feel like me and Zavala both just looked at him at the same time.
Well, what I can at least say for this one is that he's a little more preoccupied with things that he shouldn't be. Really should focus on things he should. But he's at least doing us a service, and he gestures to the ghost shells on the table. At least returning these to us.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Albeit I wish he would be a little more tactful in his delivery.
I mean, you could always make a Dropbox for him somewhere.
Dropbox. I mean, I suppose that could be a thing we can do, but
I mean, it'd be better than him coming in here and technically dropping off a dead corpse.
I mean, I don't necessarily see it the same way. If it was a corpse, it would have the ghost core inside. These are simply the shells.
Fair enough.
We can at least recycle these and help build more shells for other ghosts and help provide them with better protection. Or different styles, I guess.
Both works.
In the meantime, and he kind of takes a little pile of ghost shells and he kind of just puts them in a little box and sets them aside. Was there anything I can help you with?
Not that I can think of. Probably gonna go pick up some bounties and head to the Cosmodrome.
I'm gonna projection wave to Cade.
Cade will see this and he waves back at you with a kind of a smile on his face.
By the way, Paradox has not left my bag. He has remained hidden. Because if he comes out, he has not changed from the past, by the way.
Yep, Paradox has not left your pack since you've actually gone into the arena.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
he's been in your pack for a while.
If he has come out, that would ruin everything. Alright, but I guess I'm gonna go head out and just see what I can do.
Very well. Good day, Guardian.
Good day. And I leave.
All right, so you will take Raven and you guys will head back down.
That went better than I thought. I expected that to go so badly.
I wasn't even sure what was going to happen. I was just waiting to see what did. So you guys will make your way back down to the city floor, and you'll make your way out to rejoin the group. At this point, it's starting to turn dusk, and there's a light rain kind of falling across the city. A lot of the shops are still open, but people have kind of taken cover from the rain. They're kind of like sitting indoors, or they've kind of gone inside to get out of the rain. But things have kind of like calmed and quieted down a little bit as the night is starting to set in. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I am snagging a Philly cheesesteak from Carl's.
All right, so yeah, you grab a tasty sandwich on the way.
How much was one of those again?
I I forget what I do. Was it 15 or 20? I'm forgetting what I
No,
charged.
it was more than that.
I don't remember.
I'll just say it's 150 glimmer.
Sure, we'll go with that. Yep. So you pay your glimmer for your sandwich. And he loads it up with some extra toppings, and there's some extra meat and some extra peppers.
Oh wow, oh, nice.
I actually leave him a 50 glimmer tip. It also rounds out my fucking numbers here.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So you leave him a nice, generous tip. He thanks you kindly for your patronage, and you leave with your sandwich. How about the rest of you?
You go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say Diabla. She mostly hung around quietly with the group before excusing herself. Saying, I have some projects I need to go and return to. It was a pleasure meeting you all.
Pleasure meeting you as well.
I wish you guys a lovely rest of your night. And then she kind of gives Remy a squeeze on the shoulder and tells her, good luck in the crucible. I pray that we never meet face. I pray that we may never fight against each other in this tournament. But if I do,
She just kind of smiles warmly and just kind of looks up at you and goes, good luck to you too. And I don't really care if we meet or we don't meet in the crucible, but if we do, may the better one of us win.
indeed.
And she kind of gives you like a knowing smile.
With that chuckle, Diabla leaves to go back to her apartment.
All right. So you're going to be in process of walking back. How about the rest of you? What is everyone else doing?
Hold.
I was gonna say, do I accidentally run into Diablo?
I mean, you would have actually rejoined the group by this point.
I swear to God, if I just crash again.
No, you're good. We can hear you.
Okay, he cut out on his own.
Yeah, Dave cut out
Discord
on
does
his
the
own.
funny.
Dave? Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's why I was
I think Dave just died.
Oh, did Dave die now?
Okay,
Dave?
We're
no,
all going down
like,
one by one.
We're going down.
Dave.
He's back. We heard him.
No, he's dead again.
no, yeah, I don't. Discord's freaking out on me.
Oh,
your
he's back.
your
He's
internet
alive.
sounds like he's crashing.
He's been revived.
He's back.
I'm alive.
All right,
I'm dead.
are we good?
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive again.
Yeah,
I fired, and then I missed. I fired again.
fired,
I missed
missed.
both times. I woke up with a popsicle and stick in my mouth, and I missed. All right, I'm back now. I'm good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
good.
You're good. You're good.
I'm sorry, where did I get cut off at?
Rejoining the Visor's character rejoining the group at the point where Diablo leaves to go back to her apartment.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was saying that you can stop her if you want to have a conversation.
Just before she leaves, I hand her around for the anti-tank rifle and go, "By chance, can you produce these two?"
Diablo looks at the round,
Bro
then
wants to
looks
ask
at
questions,
him,
bro. It's
then
awesome.
looks at Elias, then back at the round. I will see what I can do. She's trying to keep the excitement from her voice.
I was gonna say,
I
and you
will
probably...
give her a shiny for her trouble.
I also just go ahead and show her Banshee's signature on the back of the round. And just think, you're going up against one of the best.
I just imagine Raven, like Diablo taking the round to be like, sure, I can produce these, and then Raven pulls out like a piece of the pull tab from an aluminum can and just gives it to her.
It's not even a regular can; it's a monster tab.
It's
Like,
a
Raven's
black
literally
shiny.
just oh, I understand the name.
Oh my gosh.
Look, it's an onyx shiny.
Diablo takes the bullet because she's like, this is going to be interesting. And she does take Raven's shiny and she does pocket it, and she thanks Raven for the shiny. Sorry.
Graciously accepts the shiny.
I can't keep a straight face.
That means he is your ghost now. He is your responsibility.
Diablo takes the shiny like a parent accepts a drawing from a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
It's not the best
Yeah,
drawing,
nice.
but it's
It's
still
very
a drawing.
nice, young one.
We'll make sure to frame it.
We'll put it right on the
Put
fridge.
it on the fridge.
Where everyone can see it.
Excuse me. So with that, Diablo heads back to her apartment and kind of a brisk walk, kind of excited to try to see about this anti-tank rifle round.
Oh, fuck
What
that
she can
nigga.
do with it.
See, you're not getting the schematics for the gun, though. You're just getting the round.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm smarter than that.
I know Diablo would have a fucking field day with that.
Oh, believe me,
Okay.
we did.
All right, so at that point, then you're gonna be rushing back to the apartment. Anyone else?
Food.
Yeah, Mercer. I know Theo is munching on all the delicious
Theo
festival
has
food.
armfuls of
I
festival
haven't
food.
had decent food for a week.
Longer than that. We've been going for longer than a week.
No, it's been a week.
Okay. I mean, when's
Yeah,
the last time we've had a chance to like actually have a meal? Is the thing.
Well, like as a group,
It's
you guys
like-
really haven't been able to sit down and like kind of like do this and like really a few weeks, because you guys have been so busy like doing your own thing, setting up shop with the bar,
Trying
getting your
not to
armor
die.
set up, getting
Trying
your
not to
gear,
die.
like finding out.
Oh, did he?
He
There
died
he goes
again.
again. He's gone.
Hey, he's dead!
He's dead again. We're free.
Freedom!
Did
Revolution!
TFTC again.
Yeah.
He got weaseled.
He got weaseled from
He-
Discord.
No, Bork. He got truck-cooned.
No.
Who did?
Did he
You!
get
Oh my god.
You cut out for a minute there.
Yeah, you did.
You're back.
Yeah, you're good now though.
All right.
Yeah, you're back.
So at this point, then you guys, like I said, you've
Did he die
Oh.
again?
Oh no.
I think he
Oh.
died again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He can't keep getting away with it.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Nobody's getting away with anything, but I still think the joke is funny.
Yeah.
damn it, is it doing it again?
Yeah.
Cut out
You're
again,
back.
yeah. You're back
Yeah.
now, bro.
So we'll end up cutting this probably a little short because I'm gonna have to fucking kick my goddamn router or something. I'm getting so annoyed by this.
I mean,
mean, you-
almost 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've
it's
gotten
easy.
good time today, but yeah, we'll end up cutting this. But I do want to get to one more thing before we do end the session. So you guys are all kind of finishing up your meal at this point. The rain is still kind of persisting. It's kind of like a calm rain. It's not necessarily like a thunderstorm, but just kind of like a light, gentle rain. Barely any wind. Just kind of coming down. It's just kind of making the night, fairly peaceful. So as you guys all finish up your meals, Diablo, you're just making it now back to your apartment. And you start to hear something.
Oh no.
Is it the voice?
Something flying overhead,
Oh no.
kind of in the
it's-
cloud cover.
It's the
Oh,
start of
no.
the Red War.
Diablo stops and she
Yeah,
she listens.
The sound of the engines above you, Diablo, are not any engines that you recognize. They're not anything that should be here.
Well,
And
time to
as
go to work.
and as you come to this realization, a massive ship breaks through the clouds. And from where all of you are sitting in your different positions in the city, you all hear this and see this as a missile barrage is unleashed upon the tower.
Oh, fuck.
Missiles! Stay inside my shield.
Ooh, flying shiny.
You are all hearing the cracking and the thunderous explosions ripping into the tower. And you start to hear the air raid sirens going off in the city. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What the fuck?
Time to get to work. I'm glad I made my little trinket now.
I was gonna say the only thing I would do probably in response to that is tell Barton to open the bar and open up the basement area to anybody.
That is a good. Yeah.
So we're going to tackle all of that in the next session.
Yeah.
So,
Remember to
how'd you
do
guys
that,
like
please.
Raven, by the way?
You
Raven's
little
Funny
fucking
as
shit.
shit.
I love Raven. I love him, but that will not stop me. That will not stop me from having Ash like try to kill him at every chance she gets.
It's like an annoying
He
Raven
does
that just
something
won't go away.
minorly annoying, and she's just like, "Well,
Here I go killing again.
we had a good run." It's just
No,
so
we lost
stupid.
winner.
We did.
Oh, there she
Oh,
is. Welcome back.
I accidentally refreshed Discord instead of my web page.
nice.
Nice going.
Well done.
Claps for
Anyways.
Char.
Yes, thank you, Galaxy Star Queen. I do appreciate it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like Raven for him being a little shit. But it's like,
I love little shit characters and things. They're very fun.
Well, that's how Raven was designed.
It's very fun. Usually I play the annoying little shit characters, so it's very fun to be on the receiving end of this.
it's
No,
very
you have
entertaining
someone to
watch.
contend with in that department.
Well, Ash isn't. I don't try to play Ash as like the little shit. She's just kind of a pain in the ass
For different reasons.
for different reasons. But no, like I have
Yes.
played a character that was exactly like Raven. Different fixation, but you know.
Yeah, me and
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
sat down for a good while to sort out Raven.
So is Raven one of the like battle ghosts or whatever, or combat ghosts or whatever, or is Raven just a ghost?
He, in the moment, is really a ghost. That will have some unique stuff later on down the line. But for the most part, this is just kind of the introduction to his character, and just so you kind of get an idea of who he is, what his motivations are, and you'll learn more about him as we go along.
You know, because when I was reading the exotics for the to like find the one I wanted, I saw the ghost ones, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, actually.
You know,
All
in
right.
thinking about it in hindsight, it probably should have been a good idea to talk to Zavala. Like, yeah, we're kind of returning ghosts now that, or guardians now that I think about it.
To be fair, he does
Yeah.
have larger problems
Yeah.
at the moment.
Well, no, because you have what you would think would be, oh, new lights coming in. No, it's actually experienced guardians that have been through hell and back already.
And considering what's about to happen, Zavala really needs you.
Yeah.
Yep, and see, this is also like multifaceted why you guys will be going on kind of a Red War quest. Is because this is a good way to kind of get you back into the good graces of the Vanguard without actually necessarily revealing everything
we
about
weren't
what's
really
happened so
in
far.
the negative either.
No, but
It
Elias
was
has
more
been
of,
quite hesitant to even approach them up
yeah,
until this point.
because we don't know how they would react to just, oh, Guardians that disappeared 100 years ago are
By the
suddenly
way,
back
that
from the
was
dead.
Raven's
Mhm.
first point to bring you guys to the tower.
You little shit.
Wait, what was? Sorry, say again.
One of the main points in creating Raven was to bring you guys into the tower situation.
Oh,
You're an asshole.
Raven worked well for that. Raven worked phenomenally for that. I'm so glad that Raven exists.
He played his part to perfection.
Indeed, indeed.
Yes.
And I somehow
I'm
managed to
aware-
get out without revealing myself.
I would like to point out, me and Dave have come up with multiple situations every time we come into the Vanguard command.
Yep.
All I gotta say is that things are gonna get interesting really quick.
Yep. Because this is kind of how I wanted this to go, is that you guys would have a few episodes to kind of get situated, get settled into the world itself, and then you're going to be put into kind of a quest line. And what better quest line could there possibly be in Destiny 2 than to throw you guys into the Red War?
Hell yeah.
Funnily enough, Star never was around
I
for
was-
Red War,
I was
so
gonna
she gets
say,
experience in
finally, I can
D&D.
But see, this is the thing. You're experiencing the Red War with her. So
Oh, I know, but we already
As a goofy little Red
technically-
War vet.
Yeah.
mhm. You know she has experienced like the past self that you knew, like yeah, she'd gone through the Red War
Oh, wait,
and
yeah,
more.
no.
Oh no, I was saying
I
winter.
forgot about that.
Oh, yeah,
Wasn't
winter.
Wasn't that vision we saw? Didn't that take place? Oh no, that was never mind. No, that was a potential.
That was in a dark
That was-
future.
yeah,
That was
that was
that
dark
was
future,
well
never
past the Red War.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I was like, ooh, destroy tower, and then I was wait, yeah, no, never mind. Godhand was there.
No, the tower did technically just get destroyed. We watched it just now.
Well,
No,
no,
the
the
only thing I
tower
need
wasn't
to do is,
destroyed. The tower gets the city gets like
In the dark
It's
future
not
with
gone.
God Hand, the tower
Yeah,
was
it
leveled,
would
but in a
absolutely.
different
oh yeah,
way.
no, in the dark
Yeah.
future, yeah, it got destroyed. But I'm saying like in during the Red War, it wasn't
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yep.
There was nothing left to go.
So now, Dave, at some point you need to talk about shiny stashes.
Fucking damn it. And no, I'm not fucking damning at you.
Rude.
Shiny stashes.
I'm trying to fix Destiny and it's not wanting to be fixed.
Well,
That's right.
Matrix said he was gonna be right back, but that was like 20 minutes ago. So I don't know where the poor boy's at.
Where
Also,
is my
what's wrong with
man?
Destiny?
What do you mean?
What?
What?
Star said something's wrong with her Destiny. What's wrong with Destiny?
Do you know the screenshot I sent to you?
Yeah.
That's what's going on. I
Um,
like
cannot move it.
Like a glitch?
you
It's
might have to verify game files.
Wait, what's going on? Oh,
Oh, open up your menu.
yeah, open up menu.
Yeah, you can't go any further down.
Hit F1. I mean, like, open up your character menu, and then settings.
Is this borderless window?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, go, for it.
Go windowed.
Or
Windowed. Yep.
And then
yep.
enter. There you go, and then you can move
Yep.
it.
Now at the top.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
And
go.
now do window to full screen.
Yeah, windowed full screen is probably your.
Window to full screen.
There you go.
And apply it.
Okay.
Boom. Now you're fixed.
Thank you.
Lost sector time. I'm just doing this because I'm bored.
I'm just grinding out seasonal challenges.
But yeah, as far as exotic armor for you guys, like I mentioned in my post to you guys, if you don't already have something, Shoot me over like a top 3 that you want to have, and then we'll see about getting that to you.
Anyway, I'm posting what Raven actually looks like in the Destiny images.
All right, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, he's got like a gilded, jeweled kind of a shell.
I was gonna say the only thing I can think of is just geomag stabilizers for armor, and that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're just gonna swap out your current exotic for the new one.
Am I swapping out to Lawak?
No.
No,
I don't have an
like I said,
exotic armor.
yeah. Okay, so let me just kind of be clear. Anyone who had exotic armor would be exchanging their armor for new stuff, and then anyone who does not have an exotic armor, you're gonna give me a top 3, and then we're gonna see about getting you one of those 3.
I won't lie, it was kind of depressing that there's no necrotic grips.
That's
Yeah,
probably gonna come in the 2.0, which they are still playtesting.
I'm definitely looking forward to that because I quite like necrotics.
I mean, 2.0 might not come for a few more months, and even then, I'm gonna have to see about our transitioning over to that system. So that would be something that, like, as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna look into it and see, what's gonna take for us to transition over from this version to that. Because that's what I had to kind of do with the first version when it transitioned to the new one. I kind of tried my best to seamlessly move stuff over from the old to the new, and I had to adjust some stuff. So,
by the way, did we ever pin the books to the Destiny chat? Because I'm
probably not,
find
but
out.
I always have the link available if anyone needs it.
Yeah, post it in Destiny chat and I'll pin it.
What was that?
That way we're not.
Matrix, get back here.
That way we're not having to
Matrix.
constantly ask for it.
Yeah.
Oh, are we still on stream? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
We're still on
We're
stream.
going- Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay, that's fun.
It's a good thing nobody said anything bad.
Yeah.
Watch
Neighbor.
me. It's a good thing.
Hey, I
nobody's
said my
saying that,
bad word
hey.
before the stream. Don't worry.
This
What,
is a
the C word?
PG-13 stream. We get one F word and that's it.
Oh, fuck
It's
it
not
then.
waste.
Fuck, fuck,
Stop
fuck,
it!
fuck, fuck,
Oh,
fuck, 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 fuck.
No, I just love how
Stop!
it's
We've
Rated
already
R.
hit our swear word quota for the evening.
This is a PG-13.
I love how fucking Guardians of the Galaxy finally used the first F-bomb in fucking Marvel's history.
I mean,
Have
they
y'all-
might have said it, but I'm pretty sure it was like subtly implied more than once.
No, it
Well,
was
yeah, no,
the
but
first
like
time it
explicitly
just-
said.
Yeah.
Explicitly says the important thing. Because like plenty of media will like cut off before they say it. But like
Right.
this is the first time they've actually said it.
Yeah.
Milestones.
I'm gonna go off to go play Monster Hunter with Train, or I might drag Mouse to go play Remnant from the Ashes. But yeah, Dave, at me when you're frame, we can talk about those shiny stashes. That way I don't metagame anything in.
Yeah, we'll get at it here over the next like couple of days here or a week. We got plenty of time, no worries.
I mean, I'm still waiting on Matrix to deal with the goddamn arenas in the Transformers one.
Poke, poke,
Are you
poke,
gonna-
Matrix. Are you listening?
Bro,
Get your butt back over here.
what is up with this server? Why isn't it doing the thing? There it is. It's on the thing.
Honestly, I'm glad I bit the bullet to join the campaign.
It's
Like,
really
this
fun.
this first section was actually
Like I know
not as
I'm
fun
I'm
as I had
gonna
hoped for it to be. Which I was actually pretty excited all day to get this to have
I
this
was in the same
happen.
boat when I was iffy to join, and then Mercer and Dave just went, "Hey, you can be a ghost." I'm just like, "Fuck it, let's go."
Fuck it, Weeball.
Yeah, and I was like, all day, I'm like, I really hope that it's not canceled. I really hope it's not canceled. I really hope it's not canceled.
mean, like,
'cause
last
I'm
week?
really looking forward
Honestly,
to it.
yeah. Last
But
week
no, it
was
was 2 weeks ago,
unfortunate.
technically.
Yeah,
2 weeks,
Yeah,
no,
2 weeks
last
ago.
time.
Which yeah, it's
Last
understandable why it
time.
was canceled, but at the same time, I was like, damn it, I was really looking forward to it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
two
get
of
it.
us-
You're telling me I was dragged to my sister's birthday party against my will.
Well,
Oh.
2 of us were actively sick.
Yeah.
I was sick afterwards. Does that count?
No, I had a double ear infection. I'd rather go to a birthday party than have that.
Well, speaking of, how's your heels? Heels, yes.
He-
How's your
he's-
hearers healing
Uh,
up?
I'm actually decently fine now.
I'm good. That is good.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Galaxy Star Queen. And she does say, Winter, that you did wonderful tonight.
Oh, thank you. I tried to do my best.
Yeah, like it's
Galaxy Star is
it's
just
gonna
a bundle of
get
kindness to people, man.
it's gonna get so chaotic because we're just gonna have so many people and so many different like story threads and stuff happening.
Dave,
like
my entire turns are basically going to be me wandering off with Chinese.
I'm
Pretty
not gonna lie.
much.
I can't wait for if Singe comes back. I'd love, or when Singe comes back, I'd love to see Singe interact with Raven.
Oh gosh.
Two
Yeah,
idiots
like,
fighting
'cause,
for
like,
two
we
idiots
already
fighting for the last
have
brain
like
cell, even though
so
that
many
brain cell doesn't
people.
exist.
Yeah, we already have so many people like already in this campaign. Like it's guaranteed to be chaos. So that's why I'm trying my best to like accommodate everyone and like if there's anything you want really going on with your character, like I want to help you, push that along, like story wise. So I know there's gonna be some stuff that gets kind of get lost in the shuffle, and like there's gonna be episodes where like combat's gonna be like 90% of the episode, like because
Yeah.
we've been kind of story heavy last few episodes, but
Dave,
we're
I'm
turning that page and we're
100%
gonna get.
expecting to like disappear for like entire sessions and rock up at the end with more Chinese.
And that can be something that you do too, because like you're kind of that character where like you don't even necessarily need to be in the session, like you can seamlessly float in and out because like you just fucked off and one got shinies.
Oh yeah.
Like we
He
like
is literally the Kate of this fire team.
pretty much like so like you can seamlessly flow in and out like so easily just because that's kind of how
You
your
don't
character's built.
understand how accurate that is with the conversation me and Dave had about Cade and Raven.
Actually, learning from AD. You know what, Galaxy Star? Like, it's really a good idea to just get in and try it. Because that's really how I ended up starting doing this with literally just me and Matrix in the very beginning. And then eventually Visor came into the group and then Mercer. Like, we really just wanted to kind of do a D&D campaign, but we never could find anyone who wanted to be a DM, so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to be the one to do it, and
Galaxy, if you
I
want a
learned how to do it.
new player friendly campaign to jump into, you're welcome to join mine.
Where is? This is what I wanted.
And we may do some different one-shots in the future here, and if you're interested in joining us to do a one-shot, I mean, we'd love to have you. Because
Oh my
if
God.
anything, I'm thinking like we'll probably do another Halloween one-shot coming up. And then depending on how the holidays go, we maybe will do like a holiday one, like kind of like Christmassy, like one towards the end of the year.
Oh, actually,
Um,
while we're here, just because it might line up and I don't have my calendar open up in front of me.
mhm.
The weekend before 4th of July, is that a D&D week or Transformers week?
Let me see. It would be a Transformers week.
I was gonna say, is there a way to make it D&D? Because I got those 5 days off. Like, I legitimately have Friday through Tuesday off.
Um,
It'd be something with you and Matrix to discuss.
depending on where we go in next session, we might be able to squeeze in like maybe like a 0.5 kind of like it'd be kind of a shorter session because I really wouldn't have too terribly much ready by then.
I mean, it would be more just surviving the Red War, so, like, the
Yeah,
start of
well
it,
that's what
so.
I'm saying, like depending on where we're kind of at after next session will kind of determine where I can go with that. So we'll see. I can't really guarantee anything yet, but I mean we might be able to do like I mean we might even, I guess like worst case we can maybe do a one shot like over 4th of July maybe.
Yeah, or just have it to where it's the entire thing is a combat encounter of us trying to get back to the bar.
It could be. But yeah. We'll kind of see where things go from there. Cuz yeah, because I still have to work my normal hours during that week. I'm not going to have any
Yeah.
time really off from that. So,
Well, that's what I was saying, like, on the Friday before 4th of July. Like a normal...
well, that would be Transformers.
Yeah.
So, unless Matrix needs to cancel for any reason, we'll probably keep it Transformers unless something happens. But, I mean, well, like I said, we'll wait and see. Anything can happen between now and then, and don't really know what happens, so. Matrix, where the fuck are you?
Matrix!
Oh no,
I
perhaps,
can only entertain the chat for so long.
I am so sorry, guys. I apologize. Something came up. Sorry. I'm here.
I know. I'm busting your balls because you've been gone for so long.
I apologize. Yes, something came
Did
up.
the
Sorry.
missus find out what happened to the minicons?
No, not that. But yeah, where were we? Sorry, I missed everything else from a point.
The start of the Red War has happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll
And
catch up
Diablo
after
got hold
this.
of a sniper rifle round.
Okay.
One round.
Okay.
I said a sniper rifle round.
Okay.
And the funny thing is,
semantics, very
you
important.
know what makes it even better? She can't even study it.
What?
Oh yeah, she has to keep on holding on to it
Minicom better be
until she
safe.
gets a
Oh,
moment
Galaxy,
of
that sounds
peace.
fun.
Yeah, she
Uh,
can't even study it
wasn't
because of
Steve
the start of the
Zavala.
Red
Does
War.
that count?
Missiles! Stay inside my ship!
Oh, that is
Yeah.
really cool. I'll find out
Matrix,
from
what
you
was
guys.
the last thing you remember of the campaign?
I'll have to talk to you guys after to figure that out. Right now my brain is a little preoccupied with something. So
That's
Guinea
okay.
pig escape?
yeah, so you need me to wrap this up, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've covered everything. We've just been kind of shooting the shit here the last couple of minutes.
Okay. So let's see. Did you went over that? You know, if you want the stuff.
The only thing I didn't mention was your contest.
Oh, that's more for the Transformer side. I usually try not to do it on Destiny, but okay, fine, all right, I will.
It's the same audience. They
I
listen to
know.
both. They
So-
listen to both.
Okay, fine. I'll put it out here. So for the Transformer side of it, the contest is still going till June 30th, where a winner will be picked. There will be a prize. It's not much, but I got something here. I will ship to the lower 48 states. These jokers are welcome to join in that contest. All you have to do is submit where you put these channels at. So put the links for both the YouTube and the Twitch. That counts as one each. To social medias of some sort, and let me know where they're at. I'll go look real quick and add a tally mark to your name if you already have it on the list.
So what is it for?
It's a contest for you can win something.
He's giving away
Transformers.
some Transformers figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
By June 30th. So when June 30th rolls up, I will tell the winner before I announce it. And
I know I'm in dead last. Whoa.
actually,
Yeah, I mean, it
he's
wouldn't
the
even be
first,
able
though.
to ship to you.
No, somebody offered to pay for shipping to him if he won.
What?
Yeah,
You do realize how expensive that would be, right?
that's not my choice. It wasn't me. It's not me. She said she would do that. I was like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, the import
And that's
cost
why I'm
of
staying
that.
in dead
Yeah,
last. So it
don't-
doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't. We'll figure that out when the time comes. Don't worry about it. That's on
I have
me,
one
not you
point. I
guys.
know what my point score is.
So, yeah, any of these jokers here are welcome to join in this contest. They don't know even what the prize is either yet, though. So,
It's a tiny
Yeah.
Megatron.
yeah. How,
Tiny
damn it!
Wow.
No, never mind.
I've ruined it for everyone.
Yep.
Nope, that gets pulled out of the prize pool.
Yep. That.
No more contest, guys. It's
Well,
over.
shit. There you go. Into the drawer you go. Bye.
Gonna throw away Mini Megatron.
Did
So
you say
now-
Meowgatron?
Yes, I did say Meowgatron.
So now
Flashy.
you get this shiny ball that
Flashy.
makes sound. That's what you get. There you go. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No.
I might win now because if
The shiny.
ADHD brain goes per.
But yes.
I heard
So-
noise.
Yes, that was the ball.
I heard
But-
Bill.
I heard shine a bell.
She heard the noise. It was neuron activation. She's like a
Alright,
freaking.
is it? As I said, is this where I start spamming shit just so I can win
Ugh.
for the shiny bell?
Oh my god. No. You'll void yourself from the contest then. There, how's that? No. But no, you guys are more than welcome to join the contest too. You always have been, so but yeah, just let me know where you put it and when you do, kind of thing, so I can make sure the dates and everything. And really, it's not that
I
hard
put
for me
it
to.
on like the most obscure fucking.
Put the link on
social media.
Truth Social.
So
I'm gonna put it on
It's-
Billy.
Oh,
Put it on.
What is
Put it on
that?
MySpace.
I mean,
Oh
we're all kind of for like growing our audience, but I'd
Oh
be
my
careful if
God.
you're gonna post that link into
I can
places
tweet
that
it for
are
you if you
questionable.
I'm just saying it as like a joke.
Put it on Reddit.
Yeah.
Put
So-
it on
Like,
there.
so
I mean, you can like we're for growing our audience, but
So-
maybe not that kind of audience.
So Blue has just immediately disqualified himself by doing that. There we go. There are certain limitations to where I would say, "Hey, please don't." But yeah, just put it out there. Again, I'll pick a
Don't
winner.
do it, no.
Well, I won't. The system, the little program I have, will do it for me. So, keeping it fair. And then the prize is the same thing. There's a couple of them, and it's going to be randomized to let it pick. I just slap a number on them and say, "Here you go." So, yeah, that's it. And then, Dungeons and Destiny content. You can find all that information there. YouTube channel is where this will be uploaded to. You can hear all of them, not me, because I was busy.
Yeah.
So, and I have to catch up with all of them to
you
figure
can
out what
always
happened.
edit the video to put your responses in.
No.
But then it's not organic.
I don't have I don't want to do I don't like editing as is. It's a lot of time for me. So but yes, there's the channel for YouTube. You can find all our past episodes. So if you want to catch up, like start from the beginning and listen all the way up. There might be some missing or broken. Well, that's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Oh, there it is.
technology works against us sometimes. Recordings get ruined. Life
In like
happens.
the 5 times
but
you tried streaming. one
we,
of
we
those.
do our best to
Yeah,
try to
no, no,
archive
no.
all of our stuff. So anyone who wants to catch up with what we do and keep track of what we do.
And you can come and
That's-
see
it's up
Shattered
for
Glass Grimlock. He's one of the pictures on YouTube right there. It's actually funny. It's the,
Yeah, the thumbnail for
pin-
that's great.
the little thumbnail that pinned right there.
Grimlock tell you to watch this video.
Me Grimlock. Me tell you watch.
I am star of this thumbnail.
Yeah, he's.
Me, Grimlock, demand you watch his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that would be probably this one. He's brutal. So, but yeah. So. Oh,
Me,
Jesus
Grimlock, go
Christ.
nap.
Sleep
Oh.
the mutters. What are you doing?
Oh my god. Yeah, I could use something right now. I've got some stuff going on. So,
We love you.
Peace. I'm out.
Bye.
Have a good night.
you guys can all say your byes now if you want to. If you haven't already, we don't really care about hearing
Goodbye.
from them.
We'll see you guys next week.
I'll just go be an alcoholic.
That's
see you
normal
next
for me.
week. Get some sleep.
Ajax's job is to be the alcoholic.
Alcohol. And for my outro, as always, wherever you're at in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and be safe out there. The world's
Don't
getting
do
crazy.
anything stupid.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
do and record it. Put it on YouTube. It's funny.
Yeah, he's got a point. Make it
Oh,
worth your
that
while.
was uncalled for,
But
but a
he's
lot of fun to
right.
watch.
Bye bye.
We do
Oh,
not
God.
endorse any illegal actions.
What she
Illegal
said.
I do.
This is a joke. For illegal reasons.
Ignore them all. Do not do what the
No,
they
don't
say.
ignore us. Don't ignore us.
Ignore them all. Hang on, I got this. I got
Yes,
this.
Galaxy, you got the right idea. Just,
Hang on, hang
Yep.
on. Here, ignore them all. Now you can't hear a bloody word they say. They can only hear me through chat. But yeah, just be safe out in the world. We'll see you next Friday for the Transformers campaign.
you are
You
challenged.
see, they're sitting there. I unmute them right in the middle of it. But catch us for the Transformer campaign next Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, because you can figure out in your math. I don't want to do
That's
it.
it.
4 p.m.
Bye.
Pacific. That's all you gotta say.
Bye. There.